For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
My neighbor Ned brags a lot about his smart home. So I showed him my ecobee smart home. Turns out ecobee's a lot smarter. So tell the Ned on your block about ecobee. Just yell, "Get yourself a smarter home." Visit ecobee.com today.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from The Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 19, Episode number 4108. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, the return of Who Sucks Less. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack. Drunkety.
All right, here we go. Canadian man gets a ticket for being on his phone in the McDonald's drive-thru. Meanwhile, a Connecticut woman takes the world by storm in 94 with hair that is blue. Police chief who was fired for drinking on the job now set to open his own bar. Monroe family gets an unexpected guest, almost the size of a jaguar. And if you lost your leg in Shasta Lake, good news, they found it. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, on yesterday's award-winning program, our very own Mike Hawk brought us the story of a man in England at a gas station. Now, the reason it was a story is because he had placed the nozzle of a gas pump up his butt.
Yeah.
While masturbating. And, of course, he was caught on video, and it was posted online. Now, I'm not here to kink shame anyone, but come on, brother. Get the gas pump out of your ass and take care of that kind of stuff at home. But he's not alone. A different man in England, he was found face down on the road. Now, at first, people thought that he might be injured. But then they realized that he was having sex with a drain cover. This was at 11 o'clock in the morning, by the way. Now, unlike gas pump in the butt guy, this guy was, in fact, arrested. But don't kid yourself and think that it's just men in England that are freaks. We've got our own freaky deaky going on here in the States. Man in Arkansas, he was arrested after cops found him having sex with a stuffed animal in his parked car. But at least he had the decency to be in his vehicle. Guy in Florida, he was busted having sex with a stuffed Olaf doll inside of a Target. And then he finished, so to speak, on Olaf, put Olaf back on the shelf, then started getting busy with the stuffed unicorn. You can't make this stuff up. And then there's the man in Ohio. He was arrested for having sex with a teddy bear in public for the 4th time. Now, look, people like sex, and if another person is not available, it seems that we use anything as a substitute. Gas nozzles, drain covers, stuffed animals, and who knows what else. Actually, you do. You know what else. And that's what today's question is. Quite simply, other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Want a natural way to reduce fine lines and wrinkles? Dermaclear's got you. Our 100% medical-grade silicone face patches are meticulously formulated for visible improvements in as little as 20 minutes and lasting results in 30 days or get your money back, guaranteed. They're safe and reusable and enhance your skin's natural healing process. Embrace the future of skincare and join countless satisfied customers who've transformed their skin with Dermaclara. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, healthy skin.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Planet Oat oat milk is so rich and creamy. I love it in my cereal, but also in smoothies. With 0 grams of sugar in Planet Oat unsweetened varieties. But it gets even better. It's an excellent source of calcium with vitamins A and D that's delicious in everything. Including my lattes. Pick up the carton that has it all. Or visit planetoat.com for more. Planet Oat. Be good to you.
Season 19, episode number 4108. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. It's going to be a good one. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. You bring us 3 stories in the news every week. People are doing bad stuff out there.
Yeah, it's hard to do, man.
I don't know how you find these stories, but you do, and you bring them to us. Then we determine out of the 3 which one sucks the least. What does the subject matter in this week's Who Sucks Less?
In the end, I think all this basically comes down to money, and those that have it try to screw people that don't. That's the basic way to put that.
America. People who have money.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was saying to you earlier, Ted. I'm like, look, the stories, they're not like quote-unquote bad people, but they will all annoy you.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Hey, I'm already pissed off. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah. Keep the day rolling. What else we got? Some updated locations on Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Thank you for buying the beer. Thank you for taking the pictures when you find it and sending us an email to the Men's Room at KISW.com. So we'll update some of those locations. Also, we have Metallica tickets every day in May. Another chance to win coming up at 4:20. We will give you the secret code word, which you will text to 206-803-ROCK. And on our question, we're going to talk about other than a human. What did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? Now, Steve, you've always brought up the story that when you were younger, as far as experimentation went, you tried out a vacuum cleaner.
I did, man. It was the old, it was like, the tube on the vacuum. And I realized when you took off the accessory on the bottom, this thing sucks. It's a vacuum cleaner. To me, I truly thought it was a genius moment. I really did. I'm like, man, I can't believe people haven't thought of this. And it just seems so obvious on the surface. So every weekend, if you lived in my parents' house, every weekend, guaranteed you're going to vacuum, right? No big deal. But my father is very particular about how you vacuum, things that you do with the vacuum and all that kind of thing, whatever. But I'm about 15 now, so I've figured out exactly how he wants me to vacuum. No problems. So I'm vacuuming my bedroom. That's what it sounds like. The vacuum's running. My door is closed. I insert my member into said tube. Now, here's the thing. When you're vacuuming and something's too big to actually fit into the tube, it does like kind of that scream sound. Mm-hmm. Well, it did that pretty much immediately because I attached it, and I'm like, here we go. Keep in mind, man, I'm looking forward to this. So, like, it's a Saturday. I know I need to vacuum, so I just grabbed the vacuum, and I'm sure to my parents it looked like, oh, what do you know? We didn't have to tell our son to do it this time.
What a great son.
Yeah, look at that, man. He's taking care of his own business. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
He has no idea that for 2 hours I'm laying in bed like, we're doing this today. This is great. So I do it. The vacuum does that scream thing because it doesn't quite fit, and it can't suck my entire body into the vacuum. So, whee! So now I'm pulling this thing off because I know that my father can hear this. And like anything, if he hears something mechanically going wrong and you're using, he'll immediately check, which I suspect any parent would do. But I'm pulling this thing off, and by the time he opens my door, now my pants are up. I think my hand was probably just coming off of my zipper. So there was no physical evidence of what I had done, but we locked eyes, and now the vacuum cleaner's running normal, keep in mind. And he sees that I'm holding this tube in my right hand. He just looks at me. I'm looking at him, and I'm sure I had that deer in the headlights kind of look. He does not say a word, but I could tell just by the expression on his face that he had pieced together what had happened. So he just closed my door quietly. It never came up again. He didn't ask me why that sound happened. Like I'm saying, he pieced it together. I knew he did, and it was mortifying. And what makes it worse is it's bad because I know my father's like, I think my son just put his penis in the vacuum cleaner. What makes it worse, I know he went downstairs and told my mother. I know he went down and said, do you know what I think your son was doing? I'm pretty sure he put his penis in the vacuum cleaner. And I did. I thought it was a good idea.
What kind of vacuum cleaner
was it? It's not. I don't remember.
Was it a canister?
It was a canister. And then, it has a separate tube, the kind of corrugated tube thing, man. Hooked it up, gave it a go.
Those vacuums are terrible for steps, not that one thing has to do with the other.
No, they do suck with steps.
Yeah. The worst one for me was when my buddy discovered himself first before everybody else.
All right.
So he was my best friend, and he calls me, and he's like, hey, we need to talk. And I'm like, yeah, what's going on, Jeff? Go ahead. He's like, no, we need to meet up and talk. We're not going to
talk in person.
We're going to talk in person. And I'm like, all right, man, I'll come on up. So I go up to his house, and he walks outside. Normally we just go into his room and hang out, whatever, throw the ball in the backyard. He's like, no, let's go take a walk down by the park. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And he's like, dude, have you ever masturbated? And I was like, I don't really even know if I know what that is. I might have been 13 years old, somewhere in there. I'm like, I just don't. I maybe had heard the word, and I knew that, when a man and woman get together, what they do.
Sure.
I knew all those things.
But you didn't know any of the solo stuff.
I didn't know. Yeah, that to me was something that I just had never pieced together, So he gives me the skinny on this. He's like, all right, here's what you do. And it's the best feeling you'll ever have in your life.
And he's not wrong.
And I'm like, all right, well, what did you do? He's like, well, you just take some Vaseline and, and then you do it, and then you'll know when it's over.
Yeah, you'll know.
And I was like, all right, man, game on. So I go home, and the first thing I do is I go into my parents' room, and I go into their bathroom, because my bathroom was toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, floss.
Right.
I've got the bare essentials in there. I mean, I'm having maybe some acne cream. I don't know, but
Clearasil.
I did not have
Stratex.
I did not.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Vaseline was not prevalent in our house.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it was just not the cure-all. Like there was
you're not black.
There's all kinds
of
of
black
other
household.
things.
Vaseline is like your entire first aid kit, like Vaseline.
No.
You're done.
The stuff that we had was like the stuff that you spray on that burns or bubbles and stings and just.
Did you have that pink stuff that kids used all the time?
The one that looked like a fire hydrant or something with a screw top, or you put it on and it bubbles all the crap out of your knee. And,
hydrogen peroxide?
Yeah, then we had the stuff that turns everything like tan, like black.
Like the iodine?
Yeah, the iodine.
You didn't have Vaseline, though?
We didn't have Vaseline. We had the pink crap for, poison.
Sorry, I can't get past it.
No, we didn't have Vaseline. So
you got all that, but no Vaseline.
Italians don't use Vaseline for their hair. I'll give you that. They use oil.
It was just because my mom was from D.C. We put Vaseline on everything.
Sure. So I figured, like anybody else, everybody else has Vaseline. We have Vaseline. So I'm looking through all the cabinets. I'm looking everywhere. We do not have Vaseline. But then I find what I believe to be the answer to my problems, which is petroleum jelly. But it is not petroleum jelly.
Right.
It is, in fact, the equivalent of Bengay. All right?
Oh, like icy hot?
It is not icy hot. It is Vicks Vapor Rub.
Mm-hmm.
And it came in a blue little jar, right? Now, I did not understand because it was, to me, what looked to be Vaseline. So keep in mind, this is the first time I am ever trying this.
All right.
Okay? So right off the bat, I have picked the wrong ingredients. So
how long did it take you to figure out that you picked poorly?
About 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, it happens quickly.
It is not messing around. That stuff, and I'm like, so now I'm wondering, is this the feeling that he was telling me about? Because now I'm like, now it's starting to burn.
Right.
And I'm like, this can't be the feeling. So, so I give up. I'm like, all right, the hell with it. So, but this time, I need to jump in the shower.
You gave up.
Yeah, I didn't.
Damn, man.
Oh, it was bad.
That would burn so awful.
It was. So I jumped in the shower. And what I also did not realize is Vicks VapoRub is basically water resistant.
Oh, yeah, for
so
sure.
When you are trying to wash this off, and when you've got it on your hands, now everywhere your hands go, you are covering your body in Vicks VapoRub, which is not washing off. It is not coming. I used a washcloth. 13-year-olds don't use washcloths.
Right.
I'm trying to scrub this off my body. The more I scrub, the more I'm spreading it around. And the more that I'm covering my entire body in Vicks VapoRub, just trying to get it off my junk.
Right.
And so I finally get everything cleaned up. I call Jeff, and I'm like, hey, we need to talk, man. And he's like, all right. Yeah, he's like, go ahead. I'm like, no, we need to talk in person. Like,
you're back to that.
You're coming down here. I was like, you get your ass down here. So he comes down to my house, but I let him in. So we go up into my room, and I'm like, is this what you used? And he's like, oh, my God, no, dude. And I'm like, well, I know that now. I did not know what this was. I never used that. When you're 13 years old, that's about the time where aches and pains and things like that, they aren't the worst. Like high school is when I started using Bengay for pain.
Sure, playing sports, right.
But at that age, I didn't use that stuff. Like I wasn't that sore. I was so young that my body hadn't broken down yet. So when high school came around, growing pains, everything else, lifting weights, which I did not do in junior high or middle school and all those other things, I started to get sore and needed that stuff. At that point in time, I did not know the difference between the two products. And he was like, I cannot believe you use this. And I'm like, okay, well, I said, do you have any Vaseline? And he's like, yeah. And so he runs home and he gets it and he brings it back down for me.
Nothing obvious about that.
Not at all.
I just need to grab Vaseline for Miles, Mom.
So I borrowed his Vaseline for the night, and then I went back and gave it to him the next day. But this is the same guy that later on in high school. At this point in time, I believe we are seniors in high school, and we are sexually active. So Jeff has a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Those girls are friends. We did go out on dates, but at one point in time, the Thanksgiving break came around, and it was one of the few times at that point in time in school where we actually had a full week off for Thanksgiving. So they gave us the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off, which they never did. They treated it like between Christmas because of just religious people traveling, all those things.
Sure.
We had a whole week off. So Jeff's parents, they went out of town because they were going to go visit Jeff's older brother who just had a baby or something. And they were in Ohio, but Jeff is old enough where he can stay at his house. He can stay for the weekend. He's 17 years old, 18 years old. The parents didn't mind leaving him. And Jeff invites his girlfriend over. Now, this is like on a Tuesday. So they go downstairs, and they determine that when they're eating, they're going to get a little frisky, but they're going to try some crazy stuff. So his mom has a tub of Cool Whip in the refrigerator for the 2 pies that she has already made for Thanksgiving dinner. So whatever the pumpkin pie she had in there, whatever, like those are ready to go. She'd already made those, working ahead. But there was this big tub of Cool Whip. So Jeff and Wendy decide that they are going to use the tub of Cool Whip in the bedroom. All right. Just a little experimentation. For whatever reason, they used too much Cool Whip. And I guess the Cool Whip it was too much. I don't know what the deal was.
But how did they determine it was too much?
I think they took a bit. I think they thought they could eat it off.
Okay, I got you.
But I think it was just too much Cool Whip. It was just like, you can only eat
Cool Whip.
You can only eat so much Cool Whip, right? But they slathered it all over themselves. There's clumps of it everywhere and crap like that. So Jeff determines there's too much Cool Whip. So he is going to scoop the Cool Whip off of her with his hand and throw it back in the tub. So, okay. So, Jesus. God. Right? Okay, so it gets better. So Thanksgiving rolls around. Jeff's brothers and sisters come in from Ohio from out of town for Thanksgiving. Everybody's sitting down for dessert. Cool Whip comes out, and his mom is like, Jeff, did you eat some of the Kool-Aid or the Cool Whip? And he's like, yeah, I had a couple spoonfuls of it. She's like, oh, yeah, because it was brand new.
Yeah.
You no reason to open the Cool Whip before you start cracking into the pies, right? But there's like noticeable amounts of Cool Whip that's gone, and it doesn't look like anyone spooned anything out. It's like 3 fingers in there, like you can tell when someone reaches into like a tub of peanut butter or whatever, doesn't use a knife.
Correct.
Pretty obvious. That's kind of what it looked like. So Jeff gets his piece of pie, and he looks down, and one of his pubic hairs is in the Cool Whip. So now he's paranoid that there might be more. But it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. And they're just sitting there, and he's just looking around. Everyone's using the Cool Whip. It's just everyone just dolloping it on their pie.
Yeah, it's Cool Whip.
It's Cool Whip. Kids eating Cool Whip like crazy. He's just sitting there. He was just watching it all go down.
Why didn't you just buy more Cool Whip?
Right. Well, you're
17. You're not thinking
probably
that,
would have been
right?
the right thing to do, but.
I mean, at 17, I would just skip
At
it back
17, no. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At 17, you start considering a little bit more. Like, nobody noticed that the 17-year-old wasn't touching the Cool Whip?
Yeah. I mean,
well, he had it on his pie, man. He noticed the puke. You would have run out and bought more.
You damn right I
Of
would've.
course. I mean, people refill bottles with brown, with iced tea to make it look like whiskey.
Yeah.
I think at 17, you're grown up enough to be like, I should go get more Cool Whip.
Oh, yeah, or you. And I thought to myself from the first story, I should go get more Vaseline. I should go get Vaseline.
Go get Vaseline.
Right.
I should go get Vaseline. So the next time that I had the opportunity, we went downtown. Again, I'm 12, 13 years old. We get on the bus, go downtown. There is a convenience store called the Dairy Mart. Now, the Dairy Mart had, they served hot dogs. They had fried chicken. They had all the sodas you want. They had beer. They also had a small area, like most 7-Elevens, where you could get Band-Aids or those type of home things. Like if you needed, some type of creams or whatever. They had a small little medical area, aspirin, all those things. And they had Vaseline. And I walk in there, and at the time, I was really jamming on this candy bar, whatchamacallit.
Oh, those are great, man.
Fantastic.
They just came out, and I'm like, these are freaking amazing. It's like ice cream, or it's like Rice Krispie treats, but just wrapped
covered in chocolate. Come on.
So I go to the counter with a thing of Vaseline and a whatchamacallit. Now that
no.
Now again, I am 12 to 13 years old,
So you don't realize how obvious this is.
and the dude behind the counter, and I'll never forget the look on his face. He just looks at me, and he's like, Vaseline, huh? And I was like, yeah, I need it. And he's like, you need Vaseline? I was like, yeah. And he's like, what do you need Vaseline for? And I'm like, and I couldn't come up with anything. My mom wants it. He's like, your mom wants Vaseline, huh? And I'm like, yeah, my mom wants Vaseline. He just couldn't hold it in. He started laughing his ass off because that was the go-to back then as far as lotions or anything like that. If you're going to go solo time, every joke was about Vaseline. I got a whatchamacallit.
I don't think I ever used Vaseline.
I've never used lotion, Vaseline. And look, maybe it enhances the experience. Maybe it's better. I've never needed, beyond my hand, I've just never needed anything.
I mean, when I was
extra.
at high school, there was always lotion around. So I definitely tried lotion, but it seemed like a mess.
I think that's part of it, too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only part of your skin that's not dry is your penis. What's going on, son?
Yeah, I mean, I it's like, yeah, right? Like, you hear stories or whatever, and, like, people are sitting there, and they got the lotion out, and I'm just like, wow. It's like a whole production.
Oh, dude, my old roommate was like that. This guy, any chance he had to masturbate, he was going to do it. But me and my girlfriend at the time, keep in mind, we're leaving the house that we're renting together. Me and the roommate, okay? Me and the girlfriend are leaving. He is sitting on our sofa, fully clothed, including tennis shoes. There's nothing on the TV. He's reading a book. Fine. We walk out the front door. We make it less than a block, maybe half a block. I'm like, oh, I left my keys in the place. No big deal. I'll turn around, go back, get my keys. Go to the door, knock on it, thinking Oz, that was a roommate. Got to open the door, nothing, no big deal. I got a first story bedroom, climbed through my bedroom window, grabbed my key, walked out in the living room to go back outside. Keep in mind, we've been gone at this point maybe 90 seconds has passed for all this to go down. I walk back out in the living room. There's my roommate who 90 seconds ago was fully clothed. Now, he's still sitting on the couch. He's pretending to read a book. He's wearing a blue bathrobe, but it's not completely closed because I always remember seeing this one red testicle hanging out of the side. The TV is on, but there's nothing on TV. It's just the snow on the screen. And I realize I can see that the VCR is blinking. And I didn't say anything to him, just like, yeah, man, we'll be back after.
Did you know that tape existed? You knew you guys possessed that, right?
I didn't know because we didn't share tapes like that. I knew he was a little pervy, but this is what I'm saying. The tapes were not in the living room. His clothes were on. The TV was not on. In 90 seconds, this dude got completely naked with the exception of his bathrobe, grabbed the tape out of his bedroom, put it in the VCR, and was going to town, man. And I just remember walking out like, Jesus Christ. But the thing about it is, he used lotion. I did not know that he used lotion until that moment because I'm like, it's kind of like when you look at two pictures side by side, what's missing from this one? Well, in the first picture, there was no lotion sitting on the coffee table, and the TV was not on. Now, there's lotion on the table, the TV's on. And this guy that was fully clothed 90 seconds ago is wearing a bathrobe.
I mean, I respect it. He's got a window. He wants to take his time. He wants to watch his movie. So, the best time to start is as soon as you leave, because then he has no expectation of you showing back up. Now, yeah, you should give it a courtesy 2 minutes.
I mean, when you say as soon as you leave, most people don't mean that literally.
Yeah,
he
that's
literally went like, I bet you that door closed. I think his clothes just fell off.
Maybe he had to catch a flight.
The odd part about that story is you get better at that when you're married.
Oh, for sure.
Where do you got to go? How long you got to go? How many things you picking up at the QFC?
Are you getting your hair done?
Okay.
You're taking the dog for a walk, baby?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, man, if I was in high school and there was nobody else home and there was just only one parent and they're like, I'm going to 7-Eleven, I'm with Mike. As soon as that door closed.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
What are you doing?
My weekly planner.
On your iPad?
On the Zinnia app. It has all different templates and creative tools. It's so much fun. I can import photos and add stickers.
You haven't heard of Zinnia? It helps me keep track of my kids' sports and dance classes right from my iPhone. Zinnia even helps me save important moments, like when my daughter scored the winning goal last week. I was able to upload a picture and the final score.
Wow, okay. It seems like everyone but me uses Zinnia. How do I spell it? Zinnia? All right, I'm downloading it now.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
With an American Standard heat pump system, the future of heating and cooling your home is already here. Bringing constant comfort to your home, American Standard heat pumps are energy efficient, reliable, and ready for tomorrow, today. Plus, making the upgrade from your traditional furnace or AC unit is easier than ever before with home energy offers, rebates, and tax credits. Learn more at americanstandardair.com/electrification. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
We've covered everything from office staff, respect with patients, peers. So, Dr. Buchanan, you can start by sharing 3 takeaways maybe that we can do to foster a more respectful workplace from your perspective.
So the number one thing I think is
dental sound bites created for dentists by dentists.
I would be shocked and appalled if someone said that to me in front of my staff.
I had no idea what to do.
Dental sound bites.
Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
A couple from the text here. Someone used an empty toilet paper tube.
Okay.
All right. Why does it have to be empty? It seems to me just for better grip. I'd want the whole roll of toilet paper around it. You know what I mean?
Maybe 1/3 of the paper still there.
When you get older, a little bit more arthritic, it kind of helps the grip there.
Because you don't want to use the toilet paper afterwards.
Well, look, his buddy put the whipped cream back in the Cool Whip.
His buddy's an idiot.
I think you know what to do.
Someone here says, as a kid, I used a pillow. I cut a hole in it, stuffed 3 balloons, 2 blown up for boobs, 1 for the lower region. You really put a lot of time and effort into that. And people get downright MacGyver, like, all right, I'm going to recreate another human body.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, and Steve said, do you think anyone's ever tried that? And I'm like, look, if there's a hole, some guy has put his penis into it.
Yeah. I said that Billy the Big Mouth Bass.
I agree with that.
Billy the Big Mouth Bass, because you said no way. And I said, look, man, before that thing gets mounted up in the dining room or whatever, it's sitting on a table. Parents went out, kid's 14 years old, and you're telling me this thing's mouth can move?
Hey, take me to the river.
I mean...
Drop me in the water.
And you get a nice little tune.
That's what I mean. His head's going back and forth. His mouth is going... If I'm 14 and my parents had that, I promise you, I would have given that a go.
I mean, if trees had lady parts, I'd live in North Bend.
Jesus. Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
My backyard's got like 50 trees in it, dude.
I remember they busted a tree who's having sex with a tree. In someone else's yard.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. These people called the cops like, hey, man, there's a guy in our backyard, and he's having sex with a tree, and he won't leave, and he's half naked. And then the cops found him in someone else's yard a little bit later. When they got to the house, the guy fled. They had to chase him through a bunch of other house or yards and stuff, and basically hid behind another tree. Do you like trees?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I will say this: you guys have seen the shower heads that have the wand.
Yeah.
That you can kind of like take off. You know what I mean? Like wash your dog with, or wash your body with, and all that.
Most women I know seem to like those.
Guys don't use them.
I was going to say I never really have,
but women do. Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, you're right. I had a girlfriend that was like, we got to change the shower head. Now, the regular shower head I had in there came out very aggressively.
All right.
But she was like, we got to change it. And then I was like, all right, get this one. She's like, nah, it's got to be one of the poor wands.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, I like the wands to kind of make sure you get your legs.
I mean, sure, that's kind of their purpose.
Guys don't even wash their legs.
From what I've heard, man,
Just gotta wipe it a little
the
bit.
ladies love those things.
I know. Well, I feel like every morning you got to do that, right? You got to like stand in the back of your tub and angle it down so you can get your legs. Plus, I have hairy legs. So I got to clean.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. You do have hairy legs.
Have you ever been in one of those showers that have the built-in wall faucets that spray out like mid-high?
Yeah. Those things
So they
are
have
great.
like 4 or 5 different heads on them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I stayed in a hotel one time. They have one. And I mean, it's just like, you're just basically, it's almost like you walked into a car wash for
It
people.
is. I will say it's probably the cleanest my butt's ever been. I'm taking advantage of this thing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and in a hotel, I don't know about you guys, like I'm showering 3 times a day.
Oh, those showers are great. Someone here said pressing against hot tub jets.
I was going to say, I think I've seen that one before.
You've seen that one?
I think I've been in a hot tub where someone was doing exactly that.
You're in the hot tub with them?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I am pretty sure.
What's your tip off that that's what they're doing? Were they unusually quiet?
The way that she kind of kept lifting herself up and closing her eyes.
Okay, then that is what she was doing.
Her butt was not all the way on the seat kind of thing.
Right.
But I'm looking and I'm like, I think I know what's going on here.
What are you doing, lady?
Yeah, exactly. Like, should I leave?
And then here's once again, back to the we're overthinking how to get ourselves aroused. I worked with a guy years ago. He said he used to throw a piece of bologna in the microwave, then put it in a toilet paper roll and use it.
Oh, God.
I mean, my God, man. Like, you don't need to be that creative. You just don't. But I like the idea.
I don't know why warm up the bologna and put it inside
of the paper towel tube, yeah. Just keep this in mind, parents, when you get home. Like, why is there bologna inside of the paper? Oh. Hello, Rob. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Gentlemen, what a fine topic on a hump day.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it keeps making the news.
So
it's
real
like,
quick.
all right, let's address it. Apparently, this is a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, real quick, because I know there's a lot of folks like me that are trying to share exploits. So,
a ton.
Yeah. I was in the Navy, and I did a little bit of time on a destroyer up in Everett. And I also happened to be a Navy corpsman, which is their medical staff. So I figured out various medical supplies that I could use in combination to take care of myself, especially when, out to sea. You got to do what you got to do.
And look, I understand it, man. You're going out to sea, 3-6 months at a time or something. So, but
Yeah, plus you got all the short ones that are in between the long ones for all your workups and all your training.
But when did you make the decision that my hand is not good enough? Let me see what I can MacGyver together out of the medical supplies. And also, what were the supplies that you used?
So the indication that I needed to change up my strategy was, my penis was raw.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was just going too hard in the paint, and it started to hurt. So then I was out of commission for a week, and that really put a damper on things.
Okay, so this is all right. I understand your reasoning here. And then, what were the medical supplies that you pieced together?
So I just figured I would enhance the capabilities of my hand. So we had plenty of gloves for exams. And then also a very common medical supply you'll find just about at any clinic or hospital is Surgilube. It's surgical lubricant. It's the same, just sterile, water-based stuff that you can even get at Walgreens. But it comes in these little disposable packets. So I was like, all right, I'm going to roll this glove in between my hands really freaking fast, and I'm going to roll this lube in my hands really fast, squirt it in there, and get after it. And then the best part is it's 100% disposable. Once you're done, you just get up, chuck it in the trash, wipe yourself off, and be done.
Now, did you share this? Because if you're raw, I got to think, like, all these guys on the ship, they're as far away from land as you are for exactly as long as you are. I'm sure there's a lot of rawness going around. Did you share this secret with anyone, or did you keep it to yourself?
I kept it to myself for a little bit, and then while I was on watch one night, and, you get to BSing with the guys, and you're sharing the hardships. And it's like, man, boy, do I got a trick for you. Come by medical when we get off, and I'll hook you up. Well, here's the kicker, is that word traveled real fast on a crew with only 300.
Yeah. So everybody's coming. Everyone's coming to you now.
Yeah, everyone's showing up in the morning, not because they got the sniffles or the aches and the pains, but they're like, hey, Doc, you got that stuff?
Do you, how long are you typically gone on a deployment? I know they vary, but I think what would be an average time length?
So a deployment is when you go out for that long period of time, again, anywhere between 3 and some guys are out for like 10 and a half months, but then you have something that's called an underway, which is you're going out for less than 3 months, which is, again, you're doing training, you're doing workups, and you're getting certifications and stuff like that for pre-deployment.
Do most people have someone ready when they get back that they can hook up with? I mean, is that the entire goal while you're away, is to just make sure that when you get back, you could hopefully hook up with somebody?
Types of folks.
All right.
You got two types of folks. You got ones that, they got the faithful wife, faithful husband on the pier at home waiting for them. And then you got 3 types of folks. And then you've got the single folks on the boat that are just running rampant. And then you've got the less than full people that have somebody on the pier waiting home for them, but then they have what's called a boat boo. And that's pretty self-explanatory.
A boat boo?
Yeah, like your work husband or your work, but like
a boat boo.
When we're gone, let's hook up, and then when we get back, it's back to reality.
Huh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And the crazy part is that also, like, that number 2 lifestyle where you have a boat boo and then you got your loved one waiting at home. That is the most thing in the Navy, and it runs rampant from the bottom all the way to the top of the chain of command. Like, there's controversy everywhere, and you can find it on Google, and you get some pretty good stories.
I would always assume it's at the top of the chain. Like anything like that, man. Just like you can hear all the politicians say whatever. It's like you're probably guilty of 90% of the things you're telling people to not do. You know what I mean?
Well, how hard is that to pull off? I mean, is that just for the really good-looking people, or can anyone hopefully find somebody?
Well, you got your deployment goggles on, so it's just a matter of like, is she a 10 on the pier, or is she a 10 while you're out?
All right.
Deployment goggles. Right.
Yeah.
All right. I've learned a lot.
Man, oh man.
I thought they were switching teams.
Oh no, he's like, no, they're still just deployment goggles. Normally I wouldn't like you, but after 3 months, Sarah, Let's just do it. Good
Other
enough.
than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
In civilian life, you call it a slump buster.
Slump buster.
Hey, we've all been there.
Just wait until last call. If she's dancing on the bar.
Slump buster.
Yeah. Look, I've been on the other side of it.
What do you mean?
Oh, clearly I've hooked up with a girl where it's like, oh, you just broke up with somebody. You're just doing this out of spite. But I was
okay
cool
with that.
I was cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
use me.
never bothered me, man.
Yeah.
That has never bothered
I'm
me.
here for you.
Dude, you know you're just a rebound. Like, yeah, and that's awesome. There's no real obligation, man.
Dennis Rodman's whole career was based off that.
You know, that's a good point, man. Hello, Maximus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, first-time caller.
Hola. Finally a topic.
Yes. So this happened about 25 years ago, but there was a rando out in front of my store that I worked at who violated the fire hydrant.
Oh,
a fire hydrant?
A fire hydrant.
What,
Yep.
he just
He
sit on
jumped right on
top?
top and started grinding.
Wow, man, that's
Did you call the cops or did you just go outside and address it yourself?
Oh, heck no. Most of us, it was a large store, so we had like a half a dozen of us sitting up at the front doors just watching, going, what the hell's going on here?
And how long was this guy grinding the fire hydrant?
She did it for like 2 minutes, and then she came inside the store and filled out an application under the, so the store was CompUSA. She filled it out under the wonderful pseudonym of Pusa Compusa, as in USA CompUSA.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord. So how long did she work there? I'm kidding. No.
Yeah. Well, I was there for 11 years, but.
And nobody called the cops, which I appreciate, because certain things, like, would you call the cops for that, Miles?
Would I? No.
I mean, I'd just be like, man,
Look, okay,
I've seen it all.
is it my store? Do I own this place? Is this my company or am I working for someone?
You own it. Or you're the general manager, right? Because it's CompUSA.
all right, I'm walking out and going, hey, come on, man. Come on, please.
How long before you
How
make
far
her
is this
stop?
close to the door? How close is this to the door?
Okay, that's fair. Right. That's fair. I wouldn't call the cops. I'd be like, look, give her 5 minutes. If she's done, just let her go on her merry way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get involved in this, man.
Depends on how she looks.
So what, if she's ugly, you're calling the cops?
Yep.
I can't look at this.
All right.
All right, let's be honest, right? If it's some hottie, I'm like, something's wrong with her, but at least she's hot.
No, you're right. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's shallow. It's
Okay.
terrible. It was my store.
Yeah, but when you watch somebody doing that and you don't expect it, it's kind of.
I've never expected
Probably
that.
15 years ago, when maybe longer than that, I had a dog named Honey, and moved to Fremont, and Honey was a very good dog off leash.
All right.
So there were times where when we would walk the Fremont Canal, she would just want to kind of walk down by the water and do her thing.
Sure.
And, it's kind of meander around. There's a wall down there and whatever. But eventually it stops as it gets closer to Freelard. And there's just weeds and it goes up where the police boats are and all that stuff. So, but she takes off down there. And I'm like, well, great. So it's not really the trail. So I'm walking down there. And there she is. And this guy is petting her. He is completely naked. He's laying on his back, and you could tell that he had a massive erection, and he was just laying down there, and he's, hey, buddy, how are you? And I'm just looking at like he had to have been masturbating before she walked up to him.
Presumably, yeah.
Nice sunny day. I mean, he was just down there laying in the grass, completely naked.
Did you say anything to him?
Honey, let's go.
That's it.
What a sweet dog. I was like, oh my God, dude, you're completely erect.
Look, what are you doing? Come on, man.
Where did I move to? Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
I was just having time. It's like,
you was.
Not a care in the world.
There's a dog.
There's a dog, yeah. Sun's out.
Waterfront view on the masturbating.
It's laying in the grass.
Yeah.
What do you call it, Mike? Grounding.
You got to remember, though, there are so many boats flowing through there, though.
I'm sure they
the
all
canal
saw
was
him,
very
so-
active in the summer.
Maybe he wanted him to see.
Maybe so.
Hello, Ron. Welcome to the men's room. Liquor and whores.
So in 1990, I was incarcerated at our great institution over there in Walla Walla, and I was working on my business degree while there, trying to do something constructive.
It's one way to save money on college, kids.
And I invented the fleshlight.
Nah, kind of, but not really. No. Business thing was the best successful businesses, you find a demand and you make that happen. So I had a buddy that worked in the kitchen, and he was getting me raw liver that I would put in long, elongated Ziploc bags, and I was a liver pimp.
And people would come to you for that?
Yes, sir. They said that was the closest thing to the real thing that you could get while you were there.
So did they pay you for this, or did you get, like, cigarettes out of the deal?
I get a couple packs of cigarettes for a baggie of raw liver.
They give you a pack of cigarettes for a baggie of raw liver, man.
How long does it last?
I could. You know what? To each his own.
Yeah, that's not his problem, man.
Exactly. I'm like, how do you dispose of liver?
Now, do the guards at any point say, like, what is up with all this raw liver we're finding in trash cans?
You know what? The best thing you could probably do is keep that away from those guys. That was probably one of those things you handle that, late at night, laying there, it's out.
Yeah. Well, that's ingenious. I mean, I guess you got your degree?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you put that part on your resume? Just to say, hey, I'm entrepreneurial.
Right?
Just saying, how to put
what did they say as far as the supply? Obviously, you're not cooking all this liver.
Right.
No, it's raw liver.
But but it's scheduled to be cooked, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
So no one ever brought up, like, how do we keep losing all this inventory of raw liver?
They come in cases like that when you've got like 4,000 guys. 4 or 5 little pieces of liver isn't going to,
Okay, they're not keeping track of that, sure.
My God. Jail wasn't bad enough. They serve you liver.
Right?
Also, I got to say, liver pimp is one of the coolest terms I've heard in a while. I'm the liver pimp.
Still wouldn't need it, but man, oh man.
Yeah, the liver pimp.
I just hope they didn't bring it back. Probably would, make it taste better. Oh, God. Liver needs something.
Oh,
Miles. It's terrible. Anything can help liver.
Damn.
Right?
What's your secret? Don't ask.
Yeah.
If it was
It's got more of a
fried,
saltiness to it.
if it was fried, maybe I'd try it again.
I don't know, man.
I just have such a strong, weird thing with the texture.
Yeah.
The whole thing sucks.
Because it's a liver.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
When fine lines and wrinkles are cutting your confidence, discover the magic of Dermaclara. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are your secret weapon against aging. Imagine those fine lines and wrinkles fading away, revealing smoother, younger-looking skin. Our customers have experienced remarkable transformations, often witnessing improved skin elasticity and the disappearance of stretch marks within a month. Yeah, even stretch marks, because Dermaclara is there for you at every stage of your skincare journey. Dermaclara's reusable occlusion patches harness the power of your body's natural healing process with just one ingredient, medical-grade silicone. So you can trust that your skin's being treated safely, naturally, and incredibly effectively. It only takes as little as 20 minutes to start seeing results. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, there's no risk to trying Dermaclara. Join countless others who have transformed their skin and boosted their confidence. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, radiant skin.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure you're road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Rev up your drive with Volkswagen at Bellingham's exclusive offer. For a limited time, get behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Atlas, Taos, or Tiguan with 4.9% APR for 72 months. Head to Volkswagen at Bellingham today to drive home in style. This offer is only valid through March 4th. Terms and conditions apply. Visit Volkswagen at Bellingham.com to learn more.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Are you a fan of mystery and adventure? Introducing June's Journey, the captivating free-to-play mobile game that will ignite your inner detective. Play as June Parker in a thrilling murder mystery adventure as you search for hidden objects to uncover the truth behind her sister's death. Step into the glamorous world of the Roaring '20s with stunningly illustrated scenes and over 1,000 mysteries to unravel. With new chapters added weekly, you'll never run out of clues to chase and suspects to interrogate. Plus, you can build your own island escape with beautiful gardens and buildings, and even join a detective club to collaborate with other players. Experience the thrill of being a detective and unravel the mystery in June's Journey. Download June's Journey now on your Android or iOS device, or play on PC through Facebook Games.
Voyages by Kensington Tours offers you the best of land and sea in one seamless itinerary. We pair the world's finest ocean, river, and expedition cruises with personalized multi-day touring, complete with your own private guide both before and after your cruise. It's a more personal way to cruise, revealing more of what your destination has to offer. Visit kensingtontours.com/voyages today.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
420 Metallica tickets every day in May. Your next chance to win coming up at 420. We'll give you the code word. Text that to 206-803-ROCK. In the meantime, our question: other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? The inspiration for today's question happened in Italy. A sick man has been caught with his pants down, literally. The strange clip, which unsurprisingly has gone viral on social media and left people with far more questions than answers, shows an elderly-looking man at a gas station, quite literally with the gas hose nozzle in his backside while pleasuring himself. The man, wearing a bright orange baseball cap, slowly turns his head to see if anyone is looking, appears to spot the person filming him, who starts shouting at him. He very slowly takes the nozzle out of his backside, removes his other hand from his genitals, and starts to pull up his pants before the 12-second clip cuts off. It is not clear where exactly the video was filmed, but a bit of sleuthing from the Daily Star narrowed it down to the country of Italy, as there are signs around the gas station in Italian. They also found out what would happen should you wish to have a gasoline enema, with an expert stating it would be extremely painful. You would probably end up dead without immediate medical assistance.
Yeah, I would think so.
The clip went massively viral on Twitter, although the social media giant has tried to remove several copies of it. One of the remaining ones has been viewed more than 4.3 million times, with users reacting with a mix of shock and horror. Our question: other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
That's the kind of day you pay for premium.
And why would you wear a bright orange hat if you're trying to do something subtle?
I have to be honest with you. Men up until the point of the last 20 years have had limited options on if you walked into an adult store.
Sure.
There were certain things that you could buy. None of them exactly replicated. I mean, a blow-up doll, obviously, you're not using that for sexual gratification. You're using that for a bachelor party. You're using that as a prank.
If it's blow-up, yes.
Yeah, those are, you're not having sex with an inflatable raft. But times have changed with devices like, I'm trying to remember what lovers used to send us. They would send us this thing called an egg.
Yeah,
they'd send us a Valentine's basket, a few of them every year.
I mean, the fleshlight was the first big one.
Another big one. But women have always had the ability
to be able to use more, I believe, unique instrumentation.
Well, sure. I mean, all the sex toys, right? Whether they vibrate, rotate, just emulate the shape, the size,
It depends.
whatever you're looking for.
You as far as just penetrative sex or external. I mean, you brought up the story about the laundromat.
Oh God, yeah. This was so when I lived in New Orleans. This is the first time. So I didn't really have any money. Had to go to the laundromat. Hated going to the laundromat like most people do. This one, and it's the first one I saw, kind of common now, it's attached to a bar. So you got to wait for your clothes to do all the stuff. No problem. Sat down at the bar. They had TVs, a couple pool tables. Great. So I don't mind going so much. And me and my girlfriend at the time, we are headed to the laundromat, right? We got baskets full of clothes and all this. And before we get there, we see the door open of the place, and this woman comes flying out, kind of stumbling, clearly has been pushed from the back. So at first, we're kind of on alert, like, the hell's going on? Well, the guy that runs the place, it's this Indian dude, all right? And he is livid, and he's just screaming, do not come here anymore. I will not tell you again. You do this twice a week, every week. I mean, losing his mind. We have no idea what this is about. And she's just kind of, whatever, just kind of shrugs it off, but she leaves. So we walk in, man, we're getting the laundry set up, and he's still bitching. Now, he's not yelling at her anymore. She's left, but he's now back in the bar laundromat. Still, just going off. He cannot stand this woman. He's tired of her coming in. No idea what's going on. So we see someone we know. We're like, dude, what is his problem with that chick? And he's like, oh, man, he busted her again. Like, busted her again doing what? And I'm just assuming it's like shooting up drugs, something like that. No. So apparently her deal was the way this place was set up, the laundromat portion's in the back, and it's separated from the bar / little pool hall by a little hallway. But when you're in the bar / pool hall, you don't have a good field of view for all the washing machines are and everything. So she would go in, she'd buy a beer so they didn't boot her out, and then when everyone else would kind of leave the laundromat portion and go back to the bar to start drinking and let their clothes do the thing, apparently she would go in there and sit on the washers or dryers.
Dryer,
and let the vibrations get her where I had never seen her before. I never saw her again after that. But apparently this was her thing. And this guy that ran the place was over it. He was over it. That was his last day. And I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, oh, yeah, man, she'll come in. She'll sit on the dryer. She gets off on the thing. And the problem is no one was ever quite sure which dryer she'd use. So, these guys are like, dude, it's not like she's washing her own clothes. So if you're the only person in there washing clothes, she was sitting on your dryer, leaving behind her residue, so to speak. So they're like, yeah, that was the thing. They're like, but there were like 3 people washing clothes. And like, we don't know which dryer she was sitting on. Could be mine, could be hers, could be hers. We don't know, right? I'm like, well, at least I know it's not the one I'm about to use.
Right.
But,
but
that was her deal, twice a week.
Well, the only thing I've ever used that was my kids. So my kids would have a hard time falling asleep. All right. So have you ever seen a vibrating chair for a baby?
Oh, right. Gotcha.
I would put my kids in their car seat.
Not the smoothest transition of it.
I know, but that's what I used it for. I would take advantage of the vibration. But I would put my kids in the car seat and put them on the dryer, turn the dryer on, cool, not hot. Just turn it on, and the vibrations, I swear to you, in 60 seconds, they were out.
Yeah. It's like the car.
Both of them.
It's like the car.
Yeah, and I put them in their car seat.
Drive around the block.
So it's the same idea. I just wasn't driving around. Like, just turn on the dryer.
I don't know if I don't think I ever did. Oh, you know what? I couldn't do that at the time because we had stackables. They wouldn't fit.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, yeah. So years ago, right after college, I had a cantaloupe. It was a little bit ripe. So I threw it in the microwave, took it out for about 30 seconds, took it out, carved it up like a pumpkin, and I took it in the shower. My roommate was gone, took it in the shower, made a mess, took seeds everywhere. It was the best thing ever.
Really?
But it was the best thing ever.
It was the best thing ever. It was a new experience, best thing ever. No idea why I did it, but it was.
Well, we know why you did it.
5 out of 5 stars.
Was it?
I know why I did it.
Was it so good that you would do it again?
I considered. I have not.
All right. But would you?
Yeah.
Someone says, hey, man, here's a very ripe cantaloupe. Everyone's going to leave you alone for an hour. Are you going back to town?
They know where I'm going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
5 out
I'm
of
glad
5
that you
stars.
thought about microwaving it and heating it up so it wouldn't be cold.
It seems to be the thing, whether it's the bologna, the cantaloupe. Like, nobody wants it cold, right?
I guess it's got to be a melon.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing else would make sense.
Well, size-wise, it helps.
Sure, easier to hold.
Maybe a ripe avocado.
Here are some weird things that people have actually had sex
I'd take the pit out. It'd be hard to get the pit out and
That's
still
what
keep
I
the
mean. And then
avocado
put it back
whole.
together. Right. Stick with cantaloupe. Ted.
What about a peach?
Yeah, we're still dealing with the seed.
Well, you take the pit out, basically. Just
right, but then it's not enclosed.
Right. 'Cause I think it's more like because the seed's too
you
big.
just make a tunnel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Peach tunnel. Things that people have had
Wish I had
sex with.
bologna at home.
A jar of pasta sauce. In 2008, a man was caught near the aptly named Knob Beach with his penis in a jar of pasta sauce.
Oh, come on.
The incident led to a 20-mile-an-hour car chase with police. The cops thought the 46-year-old was armed, but in the end, they just found him partially clothed, with his genitals in a jar of pasta sauce. He was fined $600 for offensive behavior.
But you led the cops on the chase, like, bro, just come on.
Next up, we go to Hong Kong, where police and medical personnel were called to a park in 2008 when a 41-year-old man put his penis through a hole in a bench and then got stuck. The man justified his actions by telling police he thought it would be fun to have sex with the bench. Fair enough, but when officers and doctors arrived at the scene, they could not release him. So they were forced to cut the bench from the ground and take it to the hospital with him attached. It took doctors 4 hours to cut him free. So not fun in the end.
I'd like to see his medical bill for that. And was it worth it?
Other than
I also think, like we were saying earlier, like some of the stuff people do as a teenager, you don't know.
Sure.
You probably haven't had sex yet, so you don't know what the real thing feels like. But I don't know, these people that are adults, like, come on.
I get it when you're young, right? Absolutely. I'm right there with you. But as an adult, like, bro, come on, man. It's a park bench.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Someone here says, I caught my brother having sex with an apple pie that my mother made back in 2014.
Classic.
Speaking of that, a Hot Pocket. One Twitter user said he used the hot pastry snack in return for retweets. 420 retweets, and I'll do a Hot Pocket after I heat it up, he posted. Of course, this being the internet, people were gagging to see such idiocy. So after hitting his retweet goal, the man in question posted a vine of himself getting weird with the combination of meat, bread, and cheese.
I wonder if that burned, man. Because they say
Hot Pockets come out scolding hot.
Yeah.
Hot Pocket.
I hope it was just a cheese one because you get the pepperoni and the weird spices and stuff and grease in there, man. That changes things.
How would you know this, Mike?
I'm just saying, like there's spices on there. I got to assume that it would change, how things are.
How about just
a
a jelly sandwich on white bread?
I'd go for it.
Would you?
Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad.
I guess it's not the worst. Would it matter to you, Mike, what flavor the jelly is?
Grape.
Ooh.
Because strawberry has seeds.
Right.
Yep, that is true. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just curious.
Yeah. Out of just the cleanup on jelly.
Yeah, jump in the shower.
Hot
water
I
takes
think
away all
it's
the sugar.
easier than Vaseline, right? Like, you'd be sticky until you actually just get in the shower and it'd wash away.
Don't skimp out on the peanut butter there, Mouse.
Mm-hmm. Would you
No,
do
that's,
peanut
yeah,
butter
I think
and
that
jelly?
would. I think that would be that would be problematic. Because I only buy crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, that would be a little.
No, yeah.
You also don't keep peanut butter in your house.
No,
You
I
think
don't.
You're gonna,
No, I don't.
You're going to suffocate.
So if we went to your house, there's a jar of creamy, like,
We know what Miles
don't
is
open
doing.
it.
No.
What is that weird shape?
Has anybody actually done that? I feel like that's an old wives'
Sure,
tale.
in a Skippy.
Look, there's probably a wives' tale about someone specifically who did it and whatever the end result was. But like Miles said, if you can, I guarantee it has happened. Right? Think about the course of time, as long as peanut butter's been around, I bet you within 2 months of peanut butter becoming a product that you could just buy on the shelves, it happened. I'd almost guarantee it, man.
Oh,
just like
picking a
come on.
blanket, right? Someone makes a croissant with a hot dog in the middle. Someone is taking the hot dog out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's happened.
Right, I guarantee these things have happened. The jar of jelly, I mean, you name it, man. If it can be done.
If you have an imagination.
Hello, Teal. Welcome to the men's room.
How are you doing today?
Oh, yeah. Doing well, sir.
It's a beautiful day out there. So, many years ago, I worked at a seafood restaurant, and the person that I knew that worked there, he used to tell me that he would take raw calamari, raw squid, and you know where I'm going with it.
Yep.
Kind of gratify himself, and then he'd wash it up and eat it.
He would wash it up and eat it.
Yes, sir, indeed. At least that's what he told me.
Well, depending on the length of the squid,
Yeah, I mean, it could work.
You got the rings. I mean, that's why I don't like the rings. I like the ones with the little tentacles on them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the squid body before they chop it all up and everything, it just looks like a condom. It really does. But that said, like, we would joke about it in the restaurants, but I never actively, seriously pursued the idea of, you know what, man, I want to put my D in this.
And to be honest, I have no first-hand experience either, pun intended. So
I believe you.
Yeah, firsthand.
I tend to believe anyone that says, I've never had sex with a squid. I go, you know what, I believe you. There's really no reason not to. I don't know if you pat yourself on the back about that, but still, I will believe you if you tell me. Well, it depends how you say.
If I'm sitting at a bar, and I don't know what the conversation, the guy goes, well, I've never had sex with squid. I'd be like, you clearly did. Why is that even in our thought process?
I think it depends on this. I never had sex with the squid. Like, okay, then you did and you were caught.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
I think that guy's full of S. He was the one doing it.
It could have been. A friend of mine.
Friend of mine worked in a kitchen.
Ooh, and he told me.
He was from Canada.
Yeah.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whore.
Liquor and whores.
So I'll make this short and sweet because I know other people have amazing stories, but it wasn't my first solo act. But once I found out about a certain lady part and the feeling, I started to get creative. So kind of dug around the kitchen, found a gallon Ziploc bag, grabbed a beach towel, and some warm water.
And that was it?
I tell you what, it's identical feeling. Yeah, a little bit of lotion.
Oh, all right. So you put warm water in the Ziploc baggie.
Fold it over in half.
And
put
then
it between the mattress and box spring. A little lotion.
All right.
There you go.
That is very creative.
I'm hoping no one ever walked in on you while doing that.
How old were you there, MacGyver, when you figured that one out?
Oh, my goodness. I want to say 15.
All right.
That's about the right age.
That's what I'm saying. That all adds up.
Well, it's funny. Somebody here says a couple of sponges soaked in warm water, stuck in a mason jar, rubber gloves stuck between the sponges, couple drops of lube, and you got yourself a homemade girlfriend. I am impressed with, I mean, the sophistication of what teens do to try to achieve this, man. It's like your hand works fine.
Mm-hmm.
If it works, it works.
You know what, man? I will say this. And
all these people who don't even do handiwork around the house, they'll figure out that.
And listen, I know this will never happen, but the Boy Scouts or the Scouting of America, whatever the hell they're called now, there should almost be a merit badge in this. Because, like, look, man, people are getting real creative, which means they're getting resourceful. They've wandered around their house. They find the raw materials they need to do their best job, basically to simulate a vagina.
Yep.
Right? And they come up with all these things. Like, at some point, you go like, look, I don't want to walk in on you while you're doing this, but credit to you, man. That took a lot of thought.
I mean, right. Teenage boys trying to figure out something that feels like that. It's like a stoner figuring out a way to smoke. And they just have the weed.
Yeah,
like
it's going to happen.
Piece of fruit.
Yeah, like they'll figure it out.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. All right, guys. So when I was about 13 years old, my cousin had told me that he had purchased an apparatus, and he had showed it to me, and I'd realized that all I really needed was something to where I couldn't feel my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went into the bathroom, looked around, and I realized that, well, first I was in my room, and I realized I could grab some socks, and that could work as, like, the glove portion, right? And then so I went into the bathroom, and I was looking around, and I was like, what can I hold Vaseline in and hold it together? And I was like, oh, a glove. So then I grab a rubber glove, and I pack it full of Vaseline, and I stick it in between the two socks, or the two pairs of socks, like a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, like, in the process of trying to experiment with this thing, it was kind of all over the place. So then I was like, okay, I got to hold it together. So then I went into my mom's, she had one of those vanity things with, like, makeup and hair ties and all that. And I grabbed, like, 5 of her hair ties and actually wrapped them around this thing to where it all held it together. And, yeah, that was my professional apparatus for quite some time until girls actually started, wanting to talk to me. So,
sure.
Yeah, it was a useful tool for quite some time.
How long did it take you to piece all of that together? I mean, from the time you started thinking about what do I need and finding all the materials to finally do this?
To be completely honest, like 2 days, because there was
really?
a lot of trial and error that didn't work.
Like
there
Thomas
was a
Edison.
lot of, like interruptions where everything had to just kind of be thrown away, and then take out the trash and go, dang it, it's all in the garbage can, and so then you start over from scratch. But about 2 days.
Okay,
all right. I would also just like to put this out there, like if you're not a dude, you don't understand. It's that when you're a teenager, you got other boys giving you info.
And none of the info is good info.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's
but you're
all
getting a lot
terrible.
Of it. It
right.
really is. All of the info is bad, most of it horribly inaccurate, but that's all you know. And the truth is, if you talk to any other teen boy when it goes around school, they quote-unquote know what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the way.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When fine lines and wrinkles are cutting your confidence, discover the magic of Dermaclara. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are your secret weapon against aging. Imagine those fine lines and wrinkles fading away, revealing smoother, younger-looking skin. Our customers have experienced remarkable transformations, often witnessing improved skin elasticity and the disappearance of stretch marks within a month. Yeah, even stretch marks, because Dermaclara is there for you at every stage of your skincare journey. Dermaclara's reusable occlusion patches harness the power of your body's natural healing process with just one ingredient, medical-grade silicone. So you can trust that your skin's being treated safely, naturally, and incredibly effectively. It only takes as little as 20 minutes to start seeing results. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, there's no risk to trying Dermaclara. Join countless others who have transformed their skin and boosted their confidence. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, radiant skin.
Are you a fan of mystery and adventure? Introducing June's Journey, the captivating free-to-play mobile game that will ignite your inner detective. Play as June Parker in a thrilling murder mystery adventure as you search for hidden objects to uncover the truth behind her sister's death. Step into the glamorous world of the Roaring '20s with stunningly illustrated scenes and over 1,000 mysteries to unravel. With new chapters added weekly, you'll never run out of clues to chase and suspects to interrogate. Plus, you can build your own island escape with beautiful gardens and buildings, and even join a detective club to collaborate with other players. Experience the thrill of being a detective and unravel the mystery in June's Journey. Download June's Journey now on your Android or iOS device, or play on PC through Facebook Games.
Are you ready to unleash superior seating performance on your operation? Choose from 2 revolutionary Great Plains drills. The BD 7600 Min-Till drill, renowned for its seating consistency, large capacity, and innovative technology, including drill command. And the new BD 7410 drill, whose transport width under 10 feet delivers great maneuverability through gates and down narrow roadways. Each model is engineered for the proven performance you've come to expect from Great Plains.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Who sucks less on the way right after emails and our question, other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
A couple of quick texts here. It says, I worked with a guy who says he put a jar of creamy peanut butter in between 2 couch cushions and just went at it.
Goodness.
Used to work for someone who worked the morning shift at the gas station and kept finding poopy Slim Jims on the bathroom floor from the night shift. We can guess what's going on there. Let's see here. We had a girl in junior high school who used to use frozen hot dogs until one broke off inside.
Oh, no.
We all found out because she called her best friend to help, but then the best friend told the entire school.
Of course.
Let's see here. It says, this conversation is opening my eyes to the male gender and also scare me for the future of my household items, having a 12-year-old boy. Look, just sanitize them. Okay, I don't care what your kid tells you.
Look,
he has come up with something.
There's a definitive timeline when this all goes down. You have been struggling to get that kid in the shower for their entire life. I mean, sometimes 2 to 3 days. Now they're at the age where they start to stink. When you don't have to request that they take a shower, then you know you need to start looking for those items.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
no, you're
the
right. The
timeline.
shower at like 13 was a sanctuary.
Right.
It really, they're not fooling anybody, but just understand that he has found his special purpose. And yeah, then start sanitizing.
Yes, that's when you need to look
your
around.
household.
Once that happens.
And then one last lady says, I'll be the one chick that confesses my vibrator died. I went on DoorDash and I ordered a new one from the Rite Aid. From the Rite Aid. Yeah, cool. Well, the one I ordered, it was out of stock. So the Dasher had to message me and ask me which other toy I wanted in place of the original. She does add he was very professional, but that had to be an awkward phone call. Hey, this is Jeff with your DoorDash order. What you ordered is out of stock, but I'm here. So there's the Turbo Tongue Tickler 3000.
Sure.
$5 more, but it has 5-star reviews. That is a weird conversation to have.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803.
I don't know why. It's just funny she DoorDashed it.
Seriously, you needed it that bad, that quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I get maybe.
I need it now.
I was like, I don't know. I feel like I would have walked to the store to find that.
Would you? I think I'd DoorDash it. Because in theory, they might not know what it is that I've ordered. You know what I mean? But in her case, that's probably what she's hoping. But then they're out of stock, so the guy has to make the call to say, is there a substitute for whatever it is she ordered? I'm curious to know, what did you order that was out of stock? Because it must be a great vibrator.
It's got to be the standard one.
That's what I'm saying, out of stock, man.
The Annihilator, yeah.
The Annihilator.
Annihilator 9000.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Hola. You're welcome.
Hopefully you're having a good view of today's afternoon. Great weather.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're just not out in it.
Unfortunately, that's tough for your guys' positions. But the story I have for you is I am a nurse by trade, and I work in the emergency room. One evening, we had a gentleman come in with a quote-unquote personal problem. This personal problem wouldn't be addressed until we could get him in the back. And once we got him in the back, he undresses and we find that he has placed his member inside the hollow tube of a subwoofer speaker.
Wait a minute. Did he walk in with a speaker?
No, he had actually broken the speaker apart, and the only thing that was there is the hollow tube.
Oh.
Now, did you recognize it as a subwoofer tube, or did he have to explain that to you?
He had to explain that to us because he had waited a week.
Oh, my God.
And it had swollen to the point that it looked like a baby's arm with a apple in it.
Okay.
Okay, so a thumping bass.
Yeah, so it was it was like an emergency kind of thing where we thought that they were going to lose their member.
But he waited a week.
As myself, the doctor, and a surgeon to try to get that off.
And did you guys use lubricant? Did you have to cut it off or what?
We used what is called a ring cutter.
Okay.
Also, almost the same kind of thing that you would use if your ring on your finger needed to be taken off.
Correct.
And did you manage to get this off without damaging him?
It appeared to be, but the damage that he had done to himself by waiting for a week, I don't know if that ever healed or was a problem further down the road.
Right. He probably didn't come in for a follow-up.
Yeah.
Not with you guys.
How long did it take you guys to cut that thing off?
About 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. Damn.
All right,
I have a personal problem. You got to know immediately, like, what did he put his D in? If it's like, no, I will not talk to you. Either you put something on the backside or you put your D in something.
Yeah.
Right? If you're just refusing to talk about it until they can get you into a room. Like, come on, man.
A man was seen lying face down in the road in East London. He was caught on camera thrusting his hips while looking around sheepishly at 11 a.m. He has been charged with public indecency, and he was bailed out as he went to court. He was dressed in his dressing gown and was caught having sex with a drain cover in the middle of the road at 11 a.m. Our question, other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
So just out in the road.
Out in the road.
Humping.
The road.
In the middle
manhole.
of the street. Keep that in mind. Just at 11 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing?
Hola.
So, opened a fresh thing of peanut butter as a teenager, and just pushed my finger in and was like, well, we're going to try it. Do not recommend. Do not recommend. Shame hit me immediately, and I pretty much, but I had to explain why a whole jar of peanut butter was gone.
That's kind of why my buddy put the Cool Whip back in, because, the Cool Whip was really for Thanksgiving dinner, and he realized he'd taken out too much and wanted to put the Cool Whip back in.
Do you remember what brand of peanut butter it was?
The blue and light blue.
Skippy.
Maybe? Yeah.
In theory, it should have been Peter Pan, but, why split hairs?
Yeah.
Or
And
Jeff.
then, I moved into my brother's room when he left to college. He had left a pretty unique homemade thing behind. It looks to be a bunch of saran wrap and a ton of oil, all duct taped with a certain size hole in the front. That once I found out what it was, I immediately got away from it.
All right, good.
Yeah, did you ever bring it up to him?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. Well, look, man, you start this MacGyvering, I believe, at the age of about 8, 9, or 10. If you don't have a ball, you make this thing that you could use in your house called a tape ball.
Yeah, of course.
It's basically a wad of paper, and then you took, any kind of tape you could.
Yeah, sure.
Just wrapped it around there. Finally got a ball, man. You just got a homemade, contraption.
Yeah.
So that's where it all starts, I think. Like your idea that you could make something out of nothing.
But making a ball seems reasonably simple.
Well,
right?
it takes
the
time.
idea of, man, oh man, I'd like to lay with a woman, but there's not a woman I can lay with. What can I do to recreate it? Like, to me, that just takes a lot more creativity than the ball. Because now they're going all around the house, looking for different things, figure out what they can put together. Oil, peanut butter, lotion, Vicks Vapor Rub, Vaseline. I mean, my God.
Yeah, mine was silly putty.
Silly putty?
Yeah, don't do it. Doesn't work. I was already hairy. Then I had to go upstairs and get scissors to cut the silly putty out of my hair.
Oh, no.
You had silly putty in your pubic hair.
Yeah.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Same thing like anything else. You're that age, and you're just sitting there playing with silly putty, and I was like, I wonder if this will feel better. And then just like the peanut butter guy, as soon as I put it on the member, it was like, this is bad. I need to get this off.
What was the thing that made it bad? Like,
it just felt like silly putty on my penis. It didn't feel like anything different. I'd already used my hand. I was like, why am I not just shoot? Like, again, teenage boy, bad decision.
Just felt like silly putty. I'm like, okay, it's fair.
Yeah, like it wasn't any better.
Hello, Nina. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
You guys are hilarious.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, Nina. All right, Nina, you're on.
Okay. A vibrator on a Sawzall.
On a Sawzall?
Uh-huh.
Sawzall, you mean the one?
A reciprocating saw.
I understand what you're saying. They go like this. So basically.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look, Nina.
It's wonderful.
Nina, believe it or not, there was a female adult film star, and that was one of the things that I believe that she did as far as her. Maybe she did some shows, some stage shows, or danced, or I don't know the
this
full extent of
Sunset?
it. Yeah, but she was going to come on our show. And she had all of those things that she was going to bring, all those power tools. She was not allowed to check them into the luggage.
Yeah.
I was going to bring this, like a drill or whatever the hell it was. So she was on the same tip.
How many times have you experienced that, Nina?
How many what?
How many times have you done that?
I don't know, probably half dozen.
Okay.
Is it your Sawzall?
Huh?
Is it your Sawzall? Do you own that tool?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that makes you feel better.
Okay. Well, they're very handy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, exactly.
You need them for everything. I mean, that's what it's for.
Hey, man, yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's some crazy contraptions now for women.
Oh, sure. But they're like the store-bought ones, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I like these enterprising people going, if I attach this to that, and And she said it was wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a quote.
I told you I was hanging out in a sex shop after hours. The people that worked there were showing me some of the merchandise, and it's just what do you call it? Like the middle part of a woman's
torso
body.
kind of.
Okay. Below the torso, above the knees, right?
Right, and they make these molds of these famous stars.
Right.
So you could buy them and then take them home and have fun with them. But I'm sitting there talking to them, and it's out there, and it's unreal how much it feels like a woman's butt and stuff.
Okay.
And then before I realized it, like, you just go into the natural motion if your hands were there. And they were like, Dad. I was like, sorry.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification?
Not that, Mike. But just like, you're just like, oh, you're right there. Like, oh.
Ding dong.
Yeah. So you're like,
there's someone at the door.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm back.
That's right.
Very flexible thumbstick.
It's a double jointed move he's got.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, gentlemen. So when I was on board a sub quite a few years ago, we had a guy on board who was using a towel wrapped up with a rubber glove inside, and he was microwaving grape jelly.
Jesus.
To put inside the glove.
I'll tell you what, the key to a lot of these, the microwave.
Absolutely.
Now you got to warm it up.
Thanks,
Yeah.
NASA.
Yeah. And when we found out what he was doing, we're like, dude, seriously, like, I can make you guys one too.
Oh!
Did he have any takers?
I don't know if he did or not, but
I'm going to let
we
you
were all
know.
real worried about the grape jelly after that.
Yeah, I would not be eating the grape jelly after that.
no.
And I guarantee you, it's like anything, right? You make this announcement to 10 guys, and they're like, oh, dude, you're disgusting. And then everyone leaves. Then 5 minutes, 2 of them are back like, hey, Adam, man, you got that hookup on the grape jelly?
I can't even believe you'd have any quiet or private time on a sub.
You know, people find ways. We had one guy who had an inflatable sheep that was anatomically correct.
Inflatable sheep?
Yeah, a sheep.
That's what he brought, a freaking sheep. Not even a woman,
He
a
carried
sheep.
it under his arm, walked on the sub, like, this is mine.
We bought for him.
Oh, you...
Okay. Well, I mean, hey.
We were funny, and then he used it.
How long did it take between the time you bought this for him as a gag gift and then you found out that he's actually using it?
Probably within 6 hours.
Damn. All right.
Okay. That's why I never want to work on a submarine.
That's a horny buddy. Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Alex. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi there.
Hola.
So, 24 years ago, it was really common online, newer online, to make things. So I made my husband, not my husband at the time, or maybe he was, like a Pringles can or a Lay's can with foam in it, and then you put a condom over it. Every time you use it, it feels like one of those toys that have the lips on them.
Yeah. What did you say you stuffed the inside with?
Foam rubber.
Foam rubber.
Like a denser foam.
But
rubber,
this is your husband and or your boyfriend, whichever one it was at the time. I'm assuming you have a vagina. Wouldn't he have preferred maybe your vagina versus the Pringles can with the foam? Mike,
You mean are you talking about like an insulating foam that you would spray into a hole or something?
No, just like foam cushion foam.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
I made it because I saw it online and I thought it would be funny.
Okay. Did he use it?
Oh, probably. I am not one of those who think that a guy can't go handle business. So
okay, well, let me ask you this: what did you MacGyver when you were growing up? What did you try or give it a shot at?
I will tell you, I was really young when I started being active. As my kids are in the car, so
okay,
I was very active young.
Well, you don't mind throwing your old husband under the bus
with his Pringles can and foam rubber.
I don't care about it, kids. Here's what you need to know about that guy.
No, but God.
Produce?
Whatever boy toy was around.
All right.
Oh, so you actually had boyfriends?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at you.
Hey, if you can get the real thing.
The reason all of us guys keep MacGyvering this crap is because we did not have girlfriends.
No, we didn't.
Not a single freaking one of us, man. So we had to get all creative with dumb crap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a foam rubber condom and a Pringles can or a Lay's can.
How long did you marry that guy?
We've been married 24 years.
So you're still together?
Yeah.
And you just threw Dad under the bus with the kids in the back of the car?
Yeah. Well, they're 14 and 13. They're good.
So they're old enough to know.
That's what makes it worse.
Yeah, exactly. If they're 6 and 5, they're still trying to figure out what Mommy's talking about.
Oh, Dad likes Pringles. Now they're like, oh, my God. Okay, well, he's going to have a fun night tonight.
It's the sour cream and onion.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
kids,
good
the kids
news,
listening for Father's Day, just buy them a can of Pringles.
The good news is on a can of Pringles, it's easy to get through quick. You could have that thing ready for operation in about 15 minutes. There's something about opening up a full can.
That's why I eat them so fast.
You think you're going to stop eating them. You just can't. You just can't do it, man. Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-RUN.
And look, I agree, but I feel like I already feel bad enough if I ate a whole can, like a big can of Pringles.
But you will.
I don't know if you'd eat the whole giant can, the big regular size can.
I've done it in a hotel room.
Right. Like I'm saying, I would already feel bad about eating all those chips, but then I'd feel even worse. Like, no, I'm going to turn it into a sex toy.
No, I feel like at that point, I owe you this. I have gutted you. I ate the whole thing in one sitting. I must feel bad. Pringles, I owe you this one, man. That's how I justify it. Hello, Anthony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
I got to cover up Mr. Pringle's eyes.
I know. It's sitting there looking at you.
Well, mine's kind of like the Pringles guy. I use the empty toilet paper roll, put toilet paper in the sides, and then the glove in the middle, and then lubrication of your own kind.
How many people had rubber gloves growing up? I mean, I didn't. Yeah. I never had rubber gloves growing up. I mean, and if I did, I probably would have used them, but I cannot believe how many people have
like
rubber
disposable rubber gloves, like the ones you use to do the dishes.
Disposable. I like to take them from the doctor's office, even to this day. Whenever I go.
Yeah, just steal some gloves. All right, I feel you.
The ones that kind of have the powder on.
Yeah, how many pairs of gloves are you stealing from doctor's office?
No, I mean, just one of each, a medium, large, just whatever.
And why do you steal them? For what reason? The same reason?
No, you grow out of it after a time. Like,
okay.
Yeah, come on, Miles.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have disposable gloves plastic gloves in my house that I generally use for like seasoning something.
Sure.
Right, like you don't want to get your hands all dirty.
And when you brought it over, you pictured like the big long yellow.
That's what
gloves.
I was thinking. I was like,
"Where are my dish gloves? Oh, hang on, Mom, I got them."
Why does nobody use those anymore?
You're right. I mean, look, growing up,
you know why? Because dudes do the dishes.
Maybe. I don't know, but I feel like my mother always had those on.
My mom, my grandma's, like they always had them.
What about wearing an apron? I don't know anyone that wears an apron anymore, unless they're being funny. Or maybe when they're grilling is a little different, but I feel like when people indoor cook now, again, my mother would have the apron. She had the yellow gloves. All of my friends' mothers, the exact same thing. Now, I do not know anyone outside of the restaurant business that puts on an apron when they cook. It wouldn't even cross my mind.
99% of them are white. Why?
But the aprons, yeah.
That's the wrong color. If you're barbecuing, your bib is white. You wouldn't wear a white button up to a barbecue restaurant, would you?
Not more than one.
Even if you wash it, you can't get all the stains out. Why is every single one of those things white?
Same thing in a restaurant. Even all the chef's coats. We always got white chef's coats. So we bought clothing dye, and everyone dyed it black. One, it looked kind of cool.
They do. The black ones look awesome.
But typically the guys wearing the black ones like kind of the head of the kitchen. But we did not have that kind of ego running through there. So we all agreed, like, let's dye these black just because we're all broke. You maybe had 2 or 3 different chef's coats you could go through. But Miles, to your point, you couldn't
pick a worse color.
You can wash it, but you look like crap. Right. And when you cook, man, I mean, you're getting crap all over you, and it's like you just look disgusting. And when you work in open kitchens, especially, you have guests looking at you, and maybe you're doing your little bit of flair when you're cooking, but you can see when you're looking at stains on you.
Look, I had one plain white T-shirt. I had this thing for about 5 or 6 months. I just wanted a plain white T-shirt, no emblem, no logo, nothing on it. The first time that I actually wore the thing, where it was warm enough to wear white and do all that stuff. 3 drops of hot sauce. Try as I might, spray, wash that thing 9 million times. I got to the point where I'm like, it was right down the middle of my shirt. It was 3 big drops of hot sauce. I'm like, it's gone. Like, there's no point in wearing this damn thing because I was going to wear it at not a nicer occasion, but just, something where you're trying to look clean.
I mean, generally, but most people I know that wear white T-shirts, they're just buying them all the time.
Yeah.
You don't buy nice ones.
Yeah, don't buy a
But
nice
I mean, that's you
white
could
tee.
have a crisp white tee on. I mean, it's kind of a status.
Yep. Quick text here. It says, when I worked at SeaTac, I worked in a warehouse, and sometimes we had to go through the trash. And we would find homemade toys from the females made out of tampons that they would get wet and then dry, then wrap in saran wrap and a rubber glove. So women, just as bad as men.
Other than a human, what did you or someone else use for sexual gratification? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Oh, yeah. Doing great, Jim. Thank you.
All right, I was about 12, I believe, and I got a pack of plain bagels.
Oh, no.
3 of them, yeah. And then I fished a condom all the way down through the end. And I put the bag, and the other end I wrapped around the bagel. And then I put the bag back on it, and I poked the hole, put some lotion in there, and microwaved it, and went to town.
Back to microwave.
The microwave is the hero
It's really
today.
coming through.
All right, let me ask you something, Jim.
You know what I mean?
How long do you let it cool before you get down to business?
Oh, well, I ran it was 40 years ago, I would say. Probably 10 seconds. I think I might have put my finger in there. I don't know.
Yeah, you want to test it with your finger first. Bagels,
Yes,
man.
absolutely.
How do you like your bagel? Toasted with a schmear.
Yeah. He made it an everything bagel.
I know. Well, the other two are just so dumb. Because you're right. If there's 3 bagels missing, like, mom or dad is going to notice. Like, what happened to these 3 bagels?
Oh, boy. When Metallica tickets coming up, the time is 4:20. We will give you the secret code word. Text that to 206-803-ROCK.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure you're road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Are you a fan of mystery and adventure? Introducing June's Journey, the captivating free-to-play mobile game that will ignite your inner detective. Play as June Parker in a thrilling murder mystery adventure as you search for hidden objects to uncover the truth behind her sister's death. Step into the glamorous world of the Roaring '20s with stunningly illustrated scenes and over 1,000 mysteries to unravel. With new chapters added weekly, you'll never run out of clues to chase and suspects to interrogate. Plus, you can build your own island escape with beautiful gardens and buildings, and even join a detective club to collaborate with other players. Experience the thrill of being a detective and unravel the mystery in June's Journey. Download June's Journey now on your Android or iOS device, or play on PC through Facebook Games.
Struggling with fine lines and wrinkles? Let me tell you about Dermaclara. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches have changed the game for so many people. Safe, natural, and incredibly effective, these patches deliver visible improvements in just 30 days. Jessica from New York said her fine lines started to fade after just a week of using Dermaclara, and within a month, her skin was smoother and more radiant than ever. Megan from California couldn't believe how quickly her stretch marks disappeared. It takes as little as 20 minutes per use to start seeing results because Dermaclara's reusable occlusion patches work by enhancing your skin's natural healing process. Your skin gets the best care possible for every stage of your skincare journey with just one ingredient, medical-grade silicone. And we prioritize safety without compromising results at Dermaclara. And we stand by our products with a satisfaction guarantee, so there's no risk in trying Dermaclara. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, radiant skin.
Rev up your drive with Volkswagen at Bellingham's exclusive offer. For a limited time, get behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Atlas, Taos, or Tiguan with 4.9% APR for 72 months. Head to Volkswagen of Bellingham today to drive home in style. This offer is only valid through March 4th. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VolkswagenofBellingham.com to learn more.
What are you doing? My weekly planner. On your iPad? On the Zinnia app. It has all different templates and creative tools. It's so much fun. I can import photos and add stickers.
You haven't heard of Zinnia? It helps me keep track of my kids' sports and dance classes right from my iPhone. Zinnia even helps me save important moments, like when my daughter scored the winning goal last week. I was able to upload a picture and the final score.
Wow, okay, it seems like everyone but me uses Zinnia. How do I spell it? Zinnia? All right, I'm downloading it now.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
I've got this neighbor, Ned, who brags about having the best smart home. So I showed him my Ecobee smart home. Turns out, Ecobee's a lot smarter, is easier to use, and saves money. Ecobee's the smartest choice I've ever made, except for my little Pomeranian. Oh, yes. Oh, you are so cute. Aren't you my little pom-pom? Sorry. So tell the Ned on your block about Ecobee. Just yell, get yourself a smarter home. Visit ecobee.com today.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Who Sucks Less is on the way, but first time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com. All right, let's jump right into the birthdays. Gentlemen, today is my 33rd birthday. Can I get an epic fart montage and the Disney characters talking about all the magical things that I could do at the age of 33? Thanks again, guys. That from Austin.
Well, y'all. After listening to these fellas on today's show, apparently there's a lot of different ways you can have fun at 33 years old, but it involves microwaves and Pringle cans.
There's a lot of stuff going on. You can get some Mickey Mouse peanut butter, maybe a Mickey Mouse ice cream cone. Use the bottom half of it. It's soft.
Guys, can I give Coach Ted to give me a pep talk to my brother Jason? He's 35 years old today. Just moved into a new apartment with one of his buddies. Also, he'd be happy with a Holy SJ as well. Thanks, guys. And Miles. That from little bro Jeremy.
Holy J.
Oh, there we go.
All right, first of all, happy birthday. Nice new apartment, just you and a buddy. We could say a lot of words, but we all know what that place is. That's a stabbing cabin. Have fun in there, boys.
Let's see here. Boo Bitches, it's our coworker Robin's 42nd birthday. I'm sure she would be honored to get the biggest bong rip available. What the F is that, bro? Fish sandwich medley, and the Dirty Germans talking about what they would do to make her day extra special, using the giant box of Costco Gushers that we got her. Thanks, guys. Rock on that from Liz, Martha, Tiffany, and Sultan's mom.
Oh my God! What the is that, bro?
Can I get
a fillet of fish sandwich?
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
Or a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. Oh, yeah. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some pure relish in the morning. At noon. And at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Y'all, for your birthday, we will turn you into the very thing that they purchased, and you will, in fact, be a box of Gushers.
Yeah, was there something on me that's kind of a bit like a gusher? Squirts in your mouth.
Yeah, that's the exact sound.
Yeah.
I had one more birthday and I can't find it.
I got one more in the meantime.
Okay, go ahead.
Happy 12th birthday to my son. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Birthday is today, man. You're getting old. You're getting stinky. Then your mom crushed me by posting one of those. This is what he looked like as a baby. Here he is at 2. It's crazy, man. And then, a picture of him from like a month ago. Looks like a little dude, man. But I'm super proud of it. You are probably the funniest person on the face of this planet, bar none, much to your mother's chagrin. But I'm here to back you up. You are funny, even when your mom says that wasn't funny. It was funny.
What's on the docket for tonight?
We're going to Joey's tonight.
Birthday.
We're going to Joey's tonight. So he can eat all of my food and his, yes.
All right, guys.
Man, get those little hibachi wings.
Here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Take a moment, update here on some new locations for the Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. We appreciate you guys sending us the pictures when you find it in your favorite grocery, in your favorite bar, and then emailing that to the Men's Room at KISW.com so we can help spread the word. Let's see here. Men's Room IPA. AM, PM in Shelton has the Men's Room IPA sitting in a huge cooler full of ice in the checkout line.
Oh, nice.
Here in Shelton, hit the AM, PM up. That's awesome. Thanks for that, guys. Guys, Men's Room IPA, big display of the IPA at the Hawks Prairie Safeway in Lacey. Rock on, bitches, that from Jacob. And he's not wrong, man. It's an end cap with a ton of beer in it.
That is huge.
Appreciate that. Men's Room IPA at Jersey's Great Food and Spirits in Shoreline.
Yeah.
That from frickin' Sean.
I've been there, man. I like that spot.
All right.
Men's Room IPA at the Safeway in Stillicum. Guys, this is MK at Boots Tavern in Black Diamond. Could you email the Men's Room guys and tell them that we have the beer on tap? I don't have their email. That from our buddy Bo over at Black Raven. So, yeah, they've got it at the Boots Tavern in Black Diamond. What else? Couple of locations. The Bridgeway Market, the Soundview Market in Delhi, also available at the Farmhouse Market, the Sea Mart, River Edge Market, the Mount View Chevron, Pint Defiance. Also
Love that name.
Eldon Store, the Lake Cushman Grocery in Hooksport, the One Stop Deli and Grocery, Vic's Market, Magnolia's Best Store, the Dayton Store, Mickey's Deli, Total Wine in Northgate and in Tukwila, Valley Wine and Spirits, the Red Apple in Sultan, Grocery Outlet in Kenmore, The Last Drop, also carrying the Men's Room IPA, as well as the 7-Eleven in Kirkland, the Hagen in Snohomish, Safeway in Monroe, the Shell Red Barn, QFC in Claremont, Chevron, Hoot Owl, the Gold Bar Family Grocer, the Five Corner Deli Market, the Town Center Mini Mart, Duval Family Grocer, QFC Novelty Hill, Stillwater Grocer, Safeway in Kent, 7-Eleven Roosevelt Way, Thriftway on Southwest Morgan, Total Wine in Silverdale, Tacoma Boys in Tacoma, and the Safeway at Shelton, Milton, and Silverdale. Just a handful of the locations carrying the brand new Men's Room IPA. Partial list also, by the way, if you happen to hit KISW.com. We update that as much as possible. But as the beer keeps on rolling in and getting out there, we try to get as many updates there as we can. One more email. It says, Appy Hour First Timer. As you know, the Appy Hour is now a weekly podcast that we do. Afternoon, gentlemen, on the Odyssey app. First time listening to your Appy Hour segment as it had started dropping into my downloads on Friday morning. About had a heart attack listening to you guys dropping all those language bombs. Had to do a double take at what the heck I was listening to. Thanks, fellas, for the laughs. You're doing God's work. Been listening since the buzz days.
Wow.
Stay thirsty and be well. That from Jacob. Yeah, that's one thing about the Men's Room Appy Hour. Much like the Appy Hour that we were doing, we are able to kind of speak as freely as possible.
Yeah, FCC has no jurisdiction here.
Yeah,
it's
so
the Wild West, baby.
Keep that in mind if you happen to be listening around young ones on the new weekly podcast.
Yeah, good.
All right, coming up, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first...
Now, the Men's Room wants to know, who sucks less?
Yay! time for Who Sucks Less. Team of Thrill Hill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. All of them suck. It is up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow KISW on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yeah, and all 3 of these stories today just comes down to money. That's the long and short of it. Let us start with a so-called influencer named Catherine Driscoll. Well, she recently married someone named Cabot Asplund, whose family is worth billions. So I know you already dislike her, but don't worry, it gets worse. So Catherine decided that she wanted to change her Instagram handle to her married name. That makes sense. But she found out that Catherine Asplund was already taken. So the woman who had the handle, she was Kate. She was just using it as a low-key family account. And she says she was surprised when she received a message from Catherine offering to buy it from her.
All right.
Now, normally, you'd absolutely want to do that, but Kate hesitated because she saw that selling your username, that's against Instagram's policy, and it could get you kicked off the platform. So if anyone does approach you about that, just know you can do it, but you might get kicked off the platform. Either way, she says she did consider just giving it to Catherine, but then Catherine got nasty about it. So she started badgering Kate about her name, saying that no one in her husband's family name is Kate, and doubted that it was actually her real name. She even asked Kate to show proof that it was her name. Well, naturally, Kate was not interested in showing an ID to some random bully on social media, so she just tried to end the conversation. But Catherine, she's a billionaire now, Ted, so she wasn't having it. She said she was reporting Kate to Instagram for, quote, pretending to be someone she's not, and she said that's illegal, and it'll be really embarrassing for her. Well, Kate also reported Catherine for harassing her online and demanding that she sell her username. She also posted screenshots of their conversation online where Catherine's entitled attitude getting roasted just a little bit. Now, that said, Kate is asking people just to be cool about it, saying, look, she's rude, but let's not get on her level. Anyway, Instagram has not commented, but obviously Catherine did not get Kate's account. Catherine hasn't shared her side of the story as far as we know, and it's unclear how much she would have paid for the username. And actually, the story's worse than that. If you read all the text to go back,
yeah, it's just nasty.
It is ridiculous, man. And I mean, she's really going after this chick, and this girl like, dude, it's my Instagram handle. It's my name. This might surprise you. You're probably not the only person in the world with the same first and last name, but she's a billionaire now. So
she also said, like, you know, we don't have any relatives in America, or you're not from America, or whatever. And
all this stuff.
She's like, no, I don't live in the United States.
Yeah, like, I don't know what to tell you. This is my name. Yeah. This is my handle. I'm telling you, billionaire chick, it is, if you had the chance just to read the text conversation, you're like, dial it down.
Wow.
Dial
you
it
think
down.
a lot of yourself.
All right, now let's go to Hertz Rent-A-Car. Now, you might understand the shock that Hertz customer Joshua Lee felt when he saw the receipt for his rented Tesla Model 3. Just keep that in mind. It's a Tesla Model 3. So after returning the vehicle back to Hertz following a weekend vacation in L.A., he noticed that he was hit with an additional charge of $277 on top of his initial reservation price. So why was he charged so much additional money? Well, according to Hertz, that's the cost of refueling the electric Model 3. Now, unfortunately for Lee, the further he pried the company for information, the more Hertz doubled down and the more confused he became. So when Lee made his reservation, he paid for the skip the pump and save time option. And that allows customers to bring the rental cars back without refilling the gas tank. So even if he was driving a car that took gasoline, he should not have been charged the additional refueling fee. Okay, mistakes happen. And perhaps the person working at the counter accidentally checked the wrong box. Who knows? However, when Lee submitted a billing question, Hertz doubled down on the refill charge, despite the Tesla Model 3 not having a fuel tank to refill, and Lee already having paid for the skip the pump option anyway. So you might ask, maybe Hertz was charging Lee for having to top the Model 3's battery. Well, according to the final receipt, the customer gave the Model 3 back to Hertz with 96% battery capacity, which is the exact same as it was when he picked the car up. And even if he had not done that, the maximum fee should have been only $35. That's according to the Hertz EV recharging policy. It's the stuff that they post. So let's recap. Not only did Hertz acknowledge that Lee was charged for refueling an electric car, which is not possible, but it defended the claim on the basis on the agreed-upon service was provided. So how? Where did the fuel go? And you've got to ask, even though this shouldn't even matter, if we were talking about a gas-powered car, what make and model is knocking back $277 for a full tank? That's more than 46 gallons at LA's peak prices. less whatever markup Hertz would actually charge. So this dude's just like, you got to be kidding me, man. It's an electric car. I didn't refuel it. I paid for the specific, like, don't refuel the car to bring it back. You know, what they charge you a little extra. I paid for all this. It's an electric car. And I brought it back with the exact same battery capacity. And he explains this to Hertz, and they're like, no, you was $277 for your 46-gallon car that you drove. And now, the U.S. Airlines in general. The U.S. Airlines, they're suing to block a law requiring greater transparency over fees that carriers charge their passengers, saying that a new rule would confuse customers by giving them too much information during the ticket buying process. So in layman's terms, the airline industry wants to keep hidden junk fees hidden, but still charge the fee, a.k.a. business as usual. So American, Delta, United, 3 other carriers, along with their industry trade group, they sued the Transportation Department and a federal appeals court, asking the court to overturn the rule. The trade group, that'd be Airlines for America, they said, quote, airlines go to great lengths to make their customers knowledgeable about these fees. The fee rule by the Department of Transportation will greatly confuse customers who will be inundated with information that will only serve to complicate the buying process. So let the argument sink in for a second. Basically, they're saying that if we show customers what they are paying for, the customer does not have the intellect to then make an informed decision. So the new rule will require that airlines and travel agents disclose up front any charges for baggage and canceling or changing a reservation. Airlines must show the fees on the first website page where they quote a price for the flight. Now, the agency estimated that the rule would save consumers more than $500 million a year. That's why the airline industry does that. It's $500 million basically just hitting you with fees
Nickeling and diming
that you don't know why you're paying them. So among the nation's 6 biggest airlines, only Southwest did not join the legal challenge, which was filed with the blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Southwest said the rule will have little to no effect on it because that particular airline, they let passengers take two bags for free, and they never charge extra fees for changing or canceling reservations. So it's not much to ask an industry that we bailed out with $25 billion because of their ineptitude. They don't want to have to post the hidden fees because you will call BS on it. You absolutely will. Okay. So, once again, just to recap the stories, we have the billionaire chick, the new billionaire chick who basically is trying to make this other woman's life miserable because they have the same name. She wants her Instagram handle, and whether she wants it or not, it's against Instagram policy to do that. That's one. 2, we have Hertz, who wants $277 for the refueling fee for a guy that had an electric car, which doesn't make any goddamn sense, and also that much money is 46 gallons of gas. Keep that in mind. And then finally, the airline industry that wants to sue so that we can't see the fees that they charge us in spite of us bailing their ass out when they screwed up all those years ago.
See, I think that one sucks the most, just based on the number of people that it affects. As far as
anyone that travels.
Anybody that travels.
And all we're doing, we're just asking you to, what am I paying for? It doesn't mean the price of the ticket's going to go down. I just want to know what the F I'm paying for.
A receipt at McDonald's shows you if you paid 50 cents for an extra sauce, that's what's going to be itemized.
Sometimes it's annoying to look at the extra fees.
It really is. But let us make that decision. Yeah, I would like to know what I'm paying
based on the entitlement of the billionaire, which I expect anyway, I would have to think that just that one interaction, which she did not have to give up her Instagram. I think that one sucks the least in this instance, although that woman is a you-know-what.
Miles.
No, Miles, what?
I'm with you. Also, shout out
someone you'd want to marry.
Shout out to Southwest.
I thought the same thing, man.
I'm with you there. Like the airlines, I know, you can always make the argument that sucks the least because it's just status quo seems our country's run by companies.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it any better.
No, not to sue because we're as consumers are asking you to be honest.
And the rent-a-car thing, I mean, that's just...
How you would think Hertz would have just our bad, right? So they're
also, you would think at a certain point, what is you're a massive company, $277. Right. So now, we're a radio show, we're talking about it. This ain't going to be great press.
No.
Sometimes I just don't fathom how that stuff works. But I'm with Miles. As much as she sucks, that new billionaire.
Yeah.
That. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. At least she sucks the least.
Yeah.
You're a bitch, but you suck the least.
That's the game we're playing. The debate continues on Who Sucks Less if you follow KISW on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Shot of the Day's coming up. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure you're road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Want a natural way to reduce fine lines and wrinkles? Dermaclara's got you. Our 100% medical-grade silicone face patches are meticulously formulated for visible improvements in as little as 20 minutes and lasting results in 30 days or get your money back, guaranteed. They're safe and reusable and enhance your skin's natural healing process. Embrace the future of skincare and join countless satisfied customers who've transformed their skin with Dermaclara. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, healthy skin.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
The color of scrubs should never be an indication of someone's ability to be a great clinician.
For sure, respect.
Absolutely.
Respect. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Dental Sound Bites.
Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Countermeasure will drink and toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. IFLscience.com has put a piece on the effects earthquakes have on planes that are in mid-flight.
The effects of earthquakes on planes and what is the effect?
So if you're flying from SeaTac over into Washington D.C., all of a sudden right underneath the earthquake, you're at the epicenter of the earthquake. Not much happens.
Okay, thank you. Really?
Anyone feel like actually the effect is not 0, but it's like 0.00001.
It's 0.
When you get a strong enough magnitude earthquake, it could actually disrupt the atmosphere going all the way up to the ionosphere.
Right.
It doesn't disrupt the flight.
Then why did they even do the study? One, I don't think anyone was asking.
You guys ever seen video of scuba divers who are caught in an earthquake when they're down?
No.
That's pretty crazy.
That would be wild.
What happens?
It basically just shakes all the sediment at the bottom, and that starts forming a cloud that slowly rises.
Sure.
Okay.
So and that's basically what happens with the plane, too, is that it just create kind of that little shock wave that does go up and it messes with the particles. But that would be wild. Did you just find that video like on YouTube or something like that, Miles?
Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah. I follow sharks and stuff, man, so,
Following sharks.
I get a lot of ocean stuff that comes up.
You follow a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I see you scrolling Reddit all day.
I got everything on it. Pizza, sharks, chicken wings.
Pizza, sharks.
Like, hey, where's that from? Scroll back up. He's like, what? I saw pizza.
Look good.
What did it have on it, Miles?
Pepperoni.
Is it pepperoni?
Yeah. Tavern style.
Is it one of those where it's like, the pepperoni cups or whatever it's called?
Oh, yeah. I made those last night.
Attaboy.
Yes. Delicious.
A man online loves the Christmas season so much that he got a full arm tattoo with traditional Christmas images.
I heard something about that. I never saw the picture, but I did hear it.
Well, the good news is he doesn't have to decorate.
That's kind of what it is.
Pull the sleeve up and go, here you go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There it is right there. I'll be done.
Wow. You got that kind of stuff. He's not just throwing out a Merry Christmas. That guy's like, hell yeah, Merry Christmas, dude.
He's decking halls over here. Look at this. I mean, it's very just old school type of stuff, and that
is a happy looking Santa
Claus. It keeps going. There's angels that hold up like a Noel sign, and then there's wreaths and bells and garland and all that fun stuff. I mean, it's not bad. It's just you are now Christmas guy.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Deshaun Watson's new tattoo?
Oh no.
Oh
boy, I gotta look this up.
I mean, it's massive, and it has MLK on it.
Okay.
Dr. King, but he's wearing a fitted hat.
Oh, man.
So it's just like, I don't know about, what made you put a fitted cap on him?
This one here, Ted? Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look down towards the bottom, and you're like, that guy looks kind of familiar.
Damn, man.
And it's Dr. King in a fitted cap. I think it says
I have a dream on it.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right.
All right, you know what? Yeah. A chunk of space debris has landed on a farm in Saskatchewan.
All right. I think we're going to be hearing more about that.
It seems like this is happening at an alarming rate, right?
Many satellites are up there.
I know, but that's probably everything that has to do with it. But like you heard this maybe once every 15 years before an actual piece of space junk. I want to say it's our third story this year. Third or fourth.
Is it unexpected? Because NASA usually has their finger on the pulse of like, this stuff's coming back down on this date.
Well,
at this
traditionally, but a lot of these things, right? So the satellite itself is past its expiration date, still floating around, but the assumption is that it's going to burn up in the atmosphere.
Sure.
Right? Because they burn things up in the atmosphere by accident.
That damn thing was tougher than we thought.
Did you see?
That's exactly it. Like most of it burned up in the atmosphere, but
did you see the size of that piece?
Oh, it was massive.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like just some little thing, the one that crashed through the roof.
Did you not see that, Steve?
Probably 4 feet by 6 feet, maybe.
Damn.
It was like this big chunk of something they had to identify first, and then I want to say Elon, the SpaceX got involved, or somebody, and they could identify it.
Like, what is that material, man? Because it can hold up.
It did not burn up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that holds up.
It held up the entire way. Sorry, I'm trying to find where it's at here. Daggone it. Shoot. I know it's around here somewhere. Hang on. No, it was a good size. There it is. Chunk of space debris. Look at the size of this doggone thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That is huge.
That thing's like a chunk of fence.
Yeah, that is a massive piece.
And just, that's all that we got burned up, huh? All righty then. Let's see here. We've been talking about self-love all day, and in fact, we're also just a little too hard on ourselves from time to time as far as our image of ourselves is so to speak. So luckily there's some signs to let you know that you're not near as bad as you think you are.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. 10 signs you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Only a person so full of themselves would come up with a list like this. Maybe you just carry yourself, whether you should or not, with an exuberance of confidence. I might have a few things going for me. My great voice and my dog Henry. So far, neither have improved my chances of putting another notch on my bedpost.
I want to see his bedpost.
He's got one notch.
What the hell, man?
I only have a bedpost for notches.
Only parents have bedposts.
He has one bedpost on his entire bed. Other three sides clean.
And he installed it. Right. He doesn't even have a headboard. He just put in a post.
You know what he should do? Carve it like a totem pole so you can kind of recreate the face of the person that you slept with. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, God. So these are signs.
Henry is a good-looking pup.
That is a good-looking dog.
So these are signs that you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. I don't feel better about myself reading this list because towards the bottom it says people often mimic your style. If you notice others often adopting your fashion sense or hairstyle, it's because they find you appealing.
That doesn't make you
walking down the street, you see someone wearing cargo shorts and a T-shirt, and you go, "Hey, man, quit ripping me off."
You're right, exactly.
I don't know you, man, but stop.
I mean, I have friends that have started wearing Air Maxes because I wear them all the time. Sure. But I don't think they find me attractive. They're just like, man, those are cool shoes.
It's an attractive quality of yours, Ted.
Oh, thanks, man.
Your shoes.
I have no problem telling anybody, like, dude, cool shirt.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
take those shoes.
But you're ugly.
You're seldom left out. Whether it's group photos or invitations to events, people often want attractive individuals around, so they invite their attractive friends out.
Sure.
All right.
People value your opinion on beauty and fashion. If friends often seek your advice on outfits or makeup, they likely admire your aesthetic.
Don't have that
That's
problem.
fair. That's fair.
Same.
If people are asking you, that would make sense. Unless they do the exact opposite. So what do you do to get ready? Okay, I'm not doing any of that.
Thanks for asking. I do think you have too much blush on. Or, I don't know.
I'm sorry, it's rosacea. My bad.
I have said to a man, that's not guy liner, that is eyeliner. You've made that word up.
Right.
It's fine. Wear eyeliner. I get it. You're a rock band.
Eyeliner.
You like eyeliner. But, like, let's not put a little cute word on it.
It's not guideline.
You're wearing makeup, dude.
Right. Guys can wear makeup.
Right.
Like, fine. But, I don't know. That drove me up a wall.
Guyliner.
Like, that's not guyliner, Brad.
Paul Stanley said, it's not lipstick, it's dude stick. Like, no, dude, it's a lipstick.
It's lipstick, bud.
Yeah.
Signs that you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. You receive random acts of kindness. No, I do not.
Yeah, if we're holding the door for you, just know.
People assume you have a lot of confidence.
I will hold the door open even for unattractive people.
No, let me rephrase.
Ted Smith holds the door open for uglies.
Well, that sounds bad. You guys hold the door open for everybody.
I do. What I guess the difference, what I'm saying is, so coming back in from smoking, right? You're right behind me. Of course, I'll hold the door open for you. Thank you. You're welcome. If I find you particularly attractive and you're still 20 feet away, you find that I'm very patient and will continue to hold that door. I'm saying that difference, right? Like kind of the extended amount of time.
No, I insist.
You're so nice. Yeah, that's it.
Children and animals are drawn to you.
It doesn't make you attractive.
It makes you snow frickin' white.
I mean, I think we can talk about good personalities here. I'm not positive any of that makes you attractive.
Dog's like, that's a good-looking dude over there.
Your dog doesn't like me. It's because you're ugly. Like, I don't think that's... Maybe it is. I don't
maybe
think
the dog just doesn't think you're an evil...
God. Yeah.
Whatever.
People listen when you speak. Being attractive can command attention. If you notice people genuinely listening when you talk, your looks might be a factor.
Not what you have to say.
All right, I get it. This is more, maybe this is why you're so hot.
All right.
I've upgraded it from attractive to so hot.
That's pretty much what it is. People listen what you say, even though it's stupid and means nothing. You get more social media engagement than expected.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you know what? The last two are true. Because there's some good-looking people, and then like halfway through, you're like, oh, this dude's an idiot.
Right.
He's just tall and attractive. He has no idea what he's talking about.
He has a really nice haircut.
Yeah. I mean, he's talking out of his ass. But you're right. I mean, look, I see plenty of people posting. It's like, yeah, if you post good pictures, then people are like, all right.
Yeah. You catch people checking you out, even of the same gender.
Okay.
People remember you even after brief encounters. Again, these are signs you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for.
You can be memorable without being attractive.
That's a fact.
We've
told a lot of stories about people that we remember that were not attractive people.
Most of the people I remember well that I don't know necessarily, it's not because you're attractive. Sometimes it's specifically because you're not.
Right. Because of an action you did that I'll never forget.
Like, put it this way. There's someone we nicknamed Neckbeard. Now, you could think we find her attractive or not. I would just let the nickname sink in.
I think I might have saw her today.
You probably did, yes. But I remember her. I remember her clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do not find her attractive.
Is that a pretty, impressive neckbeard?
It's alarming. I don't know how else to explain it. Like,
I don't know that neckbeard is a great compliment to anybody. No matter the gender.
No, it's not.
You're right. I just feel like it's probably better if you're a guy.
I knew a guy that I would see on every other month that his chest hair was so long, and he always wore this doggone sweatshirt that had a zipper right there in the middle, but his chest hair would stick out, and I was waiting for the day that he zipped that. Dude, it was just reaching out at you.
Oh, dude, our head engineer had more, for a while there, had more chest hair than I have on my head.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, to pop it out. It was big, looping down over his shirt.
Well, yeah.
D-White?
Yeah.
But
right.
Dwight's the man. Yeah.
That's
Dwight's
great,
man. Good on him.
I love Dwight.
Yeah, man.
He was awesome.
Hair was just trying to fight its way out of his shirt.
That's what a man looks like.
You're often asked if you're a model or an actor. Again, this might be a sign that you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for.
No, I mean like a model for the before pictures.
The meth, not even once photos.
Right. The one I get the most is, how do I know you? What bar or brewery do you work at?
Oh.
I don't work at a brewery. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I just look like a guy that works at a brewery.
Yes, you do. You receive compliments on features that you're insecure about.
Man, that thing is huge.
Thanks.
People often stare or do double takes. It's not because I'm attractive.
Again, that does not mean you're attractive.
Right.
Man. It really doesn't.
I'm usually doing something that it's a comedy of errors and I can't get myself to stop. It's like, just quit looking at me.
I mean, it's only one of two reasons I'm probably going to stare at you. Either you are, in fact, attractive or you are so far from attractive, I just can't believe what my eyes are seeing.
Right. People stared for a damn long time when I wrecked my scooter trying to get down to the train station last year.
Look at that sexy man.
They stared for a while.
They still remember you, though.
They do.
That's dangerous in this town using those little scooters,
It is, man. Look, I have eaten it on many an occasion, but this is the first time that I actually got it You all right, dude? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. My shoulder's still messed up. No, I'm not fine.
Yeah, like, I like them, but in Seattle, it's like, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah. You have a distinct laugh. Finally, one in the mic column.
Does that make you attractive?
No!
Yeah, but you have a good laugh.
Your laugh is unique and infectious. When you find something genuinely funny, your laughter can brighten the mood and make others feel happier just by being around you. That doesn't make me attractive, though. That's just a nice laugh. And in fact, there's a lot of people that hate my laugh. They tell me.
I think the crazy, weird laugh is worse. Like, there's like a whole episode of Friends or Seinfeld where like the one girl just has this terrible laugh.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, we can't be around her.
And then we have that a mutual friend.
Correct.
Yes. It's alarming. Jarring.
It is jarring.
Yes. But then this is the number one sign that you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. It's obvious. Your smile lights up the room. When you smile, people can't help but respond positively.
Well, sure. That's the first one where I go, yeah.
A warm, genuine smile is universally attractive and can make others feel more comfortable and drawn to you. There's been a lot of hot women with ugly-ass smiles.
I told you, man, we were at Comic-Con. I think it was like 2 years ago, whatever. And this chick, we're all just taking a break, so everyone's just kind of sitting on the floor. She's just messing around on her phone, whatever. And I mean, just stunning woman. And her friend finally finds her, comes to meet her, says something that makes her smile. And she smiled, and I'm like, your teeth are as black as the street. Oh! And there's only 3 of them in your mouth. I mean, it was just like, what? I mean, but I could see the look on other guys' faces. Because I think we all recognize, wow, that's a really good-looking woman. And she opened her mouth. They're like, Jesus, God, man.
Get it away.
Was she dressed as a zombie?
No, that's the thing. She wasn't particularly dressed up and all the crazy.
Oh, she was just, yeah.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. No, it wasn't that. She looked like one of those worms from Dune, man, when she opened her mouth. Good golly.
A driver in Canada going through the McDonald's drive-thru ended up spending a lot more at lunch than he anticipated, Niles.
Why is that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thanks. Our headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant online for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. All right, have we made it to drinking time?
Tired of fine lines and wrinkles? Dermaclara has the solution. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are designed to naturally reduce wrinkles and improve skin texture. Safe, effective, and reusable, these patches deliver visible results in as little as 20 minutes and lasting results in just 30 days. Our customers rave about their transformations. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, you can try Dermacare risk-free. Discover the power of natural skincare at dermaclara.com and say hello to youthful, radiant skin.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
Rev up your drive with Volkswagen of Bellingham's exclusive offer. For a limited time, get behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Atlas, Taos, or Tiguan with 4.9% APR for 72 months. Head to Volkswagen of Bellingham today to drive home in style. This offer is only valid through March 4th. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VolkswagenofBellingham.com to learn more.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast. Ready to expand your financial game? NerdWallet can coach you on smart strategies like choosing investments, finding your next credit card, and setting a budget that works for you. Score major points towards your summer vacation by learning expert tips for choosing a high-yield savings account and how to build wealth by investing in index funds. Slide into summer with smarter decisions in 2024. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast on your favorite podcast app. Future you will thank you.
Tired of fine lines and wrinkles? Dermaclara has the solution. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are designed to naturally reduce wrinkles and improve skin texture. Safe, effective, and reusable, these patches deliver visible results in as little as 20 minutes and lasting results in just 30 days. Our customers rave about their transformations. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, you can try Dermacare risk-free. Discover the power of natural skincare at dermaclara.com and say hello to youthful, radiant skin.
We've covered everything from office staff, respect with patients, peers. So, Dr. Buchanan, you can start by sharing 3 takeaways maybe that we can do to foster a more respectful workplace from your perspective.
So the number one thing I think is
Dental sound bites, created for dentists by dentists.
I would be shocked and appalled if someone said that to me in front of my staff.
I had no idea what to do.
Dental sound bites.
Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast Mr. Josh George of, well, somewhere in the Seattle area. This past Monday, Josh was at T-Mobile Park to watch the Mariners take out the Kansas City Royals 6-2. At the bottom of the first inning, he got to experience that thing we all hope happens to us at a baseball game. Yeah, he caught a foul ball, right? Cool. But he wasn't done yet. In fact, I'll just play the audio.
I lift the opposite way. MJ Melendez is into the corner, and you talk about a basket catch in its truest form. Hot start for that guy out there. Ball slicing to him. Is it a punt or a fly ball? The 1-1. Again, one a little straightened out a little bit more. Let's see. Into the corner. What do we got? He's got both! He got them both! Jerry, give that man a contract.
They say that every time, but seriously, this guy got
How often does that ever
foul
happen?
ball on consecutive pitches. Yes. And here's the thing. Because of that, he got to go back to T-Mobile yesterday because he got to throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
That's awesome.
But wait, he got to throw out 2 ceremonial first pitches.
Oh, yeah.
So he threw out the first pitch. They toss the ball back to him. You can throw it out again because he got the 2-5. That is cool, man.
Was it his foul balls that he had to throw?
Yeah.
That's the trade-off, man. You go in there, you throw the foul ball that you got.
I'm going to say no because the guy who was playing catcher put one of the balls in his back pocket. And I'm like, there's no way that guy's letting you keep it. But I was like, dude, good for you, man. That's cool.
You get to keep the first pitch ball. He's got 4 balls now.
Baseball. Oh, God.
Let's just isolate that clip.
See, it came in with 2.
And here's the thing.
And he came out left with
this
4.
guy, he lives somewhere in the area. I'm sure buddy's like, hey, dude, they're toasting down the show. And Ted says that you have double the testicles.
Bowl 4.
So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. All right, Dave, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of 1 of 3 stories. Today, we bring you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally, Hit Me with Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional weapon that someone chose to use as a weapon.
Let's go with interior decorating.
And true to the lyrics, A man who shoved something into his butt needed to get it yanked out by surgeons. The constipated 56-year-old man, who was not identified, he waited 2 days before seeking medical attention. But the man did not confess why he used the object in the first place, but I think we can all figure that out. Now, medics claimed that he'd been unable to urinate and complained of severe abdominal pain. Upon examination, scans showed the object was lodged in his rectum, compressing his urethra franklin and preventing him from urinating. Now, the object was then extracted via a laparotomy. That's an operation that involves opening the abdomen. Now, medics did not reveal when the man was discharged, but typically, if you get a laparotomy, often that will involve a hospital stay of up to 5 days and a recovery period between 6 and 8 weeks. Now, in case you're wondering, doctors are no stranger to dealing with similar incidents, with data analysis last year finding about 400 foreign objects are pulled from English anuses each year. This happened in England. I just like how they say that. English anuses. Now, this was estimated to cost the taxpayer about $380,000, just stuff like drugs, performing the procedure, manpower of the staff, etc. But the question is, what object did this particular guy shove up his rusty dusty? Was it a champagne cork, a plastic cup, a toilet paper tube, or a coconut? So champagne cork, plastic cup, toilet paper tube, or coconut?
Well, since it's so far-fetched, being a coconut, the size of it, that's where I'm going. Where are you guys going?
You're into some weird stuff, Dave.
I'm going to go toilet paper tube. Dave?
I did not say that I was into it. I just said it was weird.
Whatever, Dave. We know you.
Come on, old coconut Dave.
So champagne flute, plastic cup, toilet paper tube, or coconuts.
Correct.
I would drink at that beach bar. Coconut Dave's. I'm going to take the champagne cork.
Champagne. Okay. All right, Dave, what are you thinking?
You going to coconut?
Coconut.
Final answer? Right. Okay. We're going to find out what they removed. A champagne flute, a plastic cup, a toilet paper tube, or a coconut next.
That was a tease. Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
When fine lines and wrinkles are cutting your confidence, discover the magic of Dermaclara. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are your secret weapon against aging. Imagine those fine lines and wrinkles fading away, revealing smoother, younger-looking skin. Our customers have experienced remarkable transformations, often witnessing improved skin elasticity and the disappearance of stretch marks within a month. Yeah, even stretch marks, because Dermaclara is there for you at every stage of your skincare journey. Dermaclara's reusable occlusion patches harness the power of your body's natural healing process with just one ingredient, medical-grade silicone. So you can trust that your skin's being treated safely, naturally, and incredibly effectively. It only takes as little as 20 minutes to start seeing results. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, there's no risk to trying Dermaclara. Join countless others who have transformed their skin and boosted their confidence. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, radiant skin.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
I've got this neighbor, Ned, who brags about having the best smart home. So I showed him my Ecobee smart home. Turns out, Ecobee's a lot smarter, is easier to use, and saves money. Ecobee's the smartest choice I've ever made, except for my little Pomeranian. Oh, yes. Oh, you are so cute. Aren't you my little pom-pom? Sorry. So tell the Ned on your block about Ecobee. Just yell, get yourself a smarter home. Visit ecobee.com today.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Categories: interior decorating on profile. That's when a man had to have surgeons remove something from his backside after it was stuck in there for a couple days. Apparently, the recovery on how they had to get it out is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Question is, what did he insert there and get stuck? Champagne flute, a plastic... Cork. Sorry. Plastic cup, toilet paper tube, or a coconut?
And Dave, that is the question we posed to you. By the way, Miles, a champagne flute, that'd be very dangerous. That's why.
That would be, dude.
Man, oh man.
It just
what is
seemed like
wrong
it
with
would fit.
you? I'm sure it would.
You could put jelly in it.
Let's start with the tents and put it in the microwave.
Right, put it in the microwave. That's the key. Gotta go in the microwave.
Start with Ted Smith, who I believe had the most reasonable guess with a cork, but it was not a cork.
All right.
Miles, you went with the toilet paper tube.
That is correct, sir.
That is correct. That was not correct. And Dave, you just swung for the fences, man. Said, look, it's weird. I'm going with the coconut. And you are correct, sir.
That is weird.
The man put a coconut in his backside.
But did he put a lime in it first?
But the lime and the coconut.
Yeah. I can still taste the Mai Tais down at Coconut Dave's.
Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with 10.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmies.
Kimmel and Fallon.
Seth Meyers. Stephen Colbert. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right to the title. It's guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Oscar Mayer has a new line of stuffed hot dogs, and people are wondering what they're stuffed with. Oh, now we care what's on the inside of a hot dog?
Seth Meyers.
Ted Smith.
Smith!
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh,
now we're asking this question.
Yep.
Now what do you care? Just eat it.
Right.
Do you know what they're stuffing it with?
Yeah, chili is one option.
Chili, I would think chili. They used to, because Oscar Mayer back in the day had cheese.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about back to the Hot Pocket thing and burning your mouth.
Yeah.
That cheese would squirt out there and it's just like, oh, God.
Cheddar dogs.
Oh, God.
We used to buy them specifically on the tailgate tour, and we'd brag to the girls. Like, not saying we're rich, but there's cheddar in our hot dogs.
Look out.
Eggo is selling waffle-inspired sneakers for $150. They come in two styles inspired by Eggo. Fully loaded chocolate chip brownie and strawberry delight. Fun fact, both of these shoes contain more nutrients than an Eggo waffle.
I'll say Colbert.
Yeah, I'm going to go Colbert.
That's Colbert.
Eggo is selling waffle-inspired sneakers for $150, which come in two styles inspired by Eggo. Fully loaded chocolate chip brownie and strawberry delight. Fun fact, both of these shoes contain more nutrients than an Eggo waffle.
Red Lobster is struggling, and they just abruptly closed 99 of their restaurants around the country. The news is kind of shocking. Red Lobster was doing well. They're like, how are we closing? Meanwhile, Long John Silver's is like, how are we still open?
Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon.
Yeah, it's Fallon.
Seafood chain Red Lobster is struggling, and they just abruptly closed 99 of their restaurants around the country. The news is kind of shocking. Red Lobster was doing well. They were like, how are we closing? Meanwhile, Long John Silver's like, how are we still open?
The juice brand Welch's has announced they're releasing 4 flavors of canned cocktails, including vodka cranberry and passion fruit mojito. Parents be warned, they may look like they're for little kids, but these drinks are intended strictly for high schoolers.
Colbert.
Kimmel.
Myers.
The juice brand Welsh has recently announced that it's releasing 4 flavors of canned cocktails, including vodka cranberry and passion fruit mojito. Parents be warned, they may look like they're for little kids, but these drinks are intended strictly for high schoolers.
You guys want to hear something pathetic and sad? I don't know if I'd say pathetic, but a little sad. So I don't know if a lot of people hearing my voice, right? Like I have spelling is tough, right? A little dyslexic. So I often, when I'm writing out these jokes, I can't ask, if it was something else, I would just ask Miles or Thurl because they're good spellers, or Mike. But I can't ask them in the office because
you don't want to give away the joke.
I don't want to give away the joke. I had no issue spelling mojito.
Oh, really?
M-O-J-I-T-O.
You read it enough.
I know. That's like as I spelled it, there was no red squiggly line. I was like, God damn.
That's the one I get right.
Yeah. There's so many words I struggle with. Mojito just rolls off the tongue. Pretty simple. Let's see. Mike, did you ever watch the new Roadhouse?
No.
I asked you for a review of it 3 weeks ago.
Is that Netflix?
Roadhouse was on Amazon, I believe.
Okay. All right.
So basically, this time of year, all the networks, including streaming services, come out with what's coming up. So Amazon, even though they don't technically have a season, so the Roadhouse sequel, it is on Amazon, obviously. The Roadhouse sequel, once again, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. The first one has been watched by 80 million since it debuted less than a month ago.
80 million people?
Yeah.
80 million downloads, which is there's a chance that more people watched it than that. Because you think about how your house works.
The three of us are watching.
We all downloaded it into wherever we were, but when you buy a ticket for a movie, that's the ticket sales of the week.
Have we heard any reviews of, like, the original movie with Patrick Swayze was a very stupid movie, but it was awesome, if you know what I mean. I was a young kid, great, rips out a man's throat.
Bunch of those back then. Stone Cold, Over the Top.
You know what? I don't know. I saw some people online liked it, some people didn't, but I mean, it's still Roadhouse, and it's supposed to be kind of crazy and cheesy,
course.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it knows what it's doing.
Yeah. Legally Blonde. They're going to have a prequel series that follows Ellie Woods in high school.
When she was brunette.
Nicolas Cage will try his hand at a series TV with Noir, based on the Marvel comic Spider-Man Noir. It's a live-action series, but Cage did voice the character in the animation one, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He is
Spider-Man.
God.
I'm done.
He is a massive...
he's a Superman.
He's a comic book guy. Yeah, Superman is his guy. Oh, yeah, he's all Superman. He named his kid Kal-El, for Christ's sake, which is Superman's quote-unquote planet name from Krypton.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he named his son Kal-El.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a dedication.
And he's a DC guy. Which
that's what I mean. And now he's
most
doing
people
Marvel.
are not.
Mm-hmm.
But Batman and Spider-Man and Superman are DC comics, right?
Batman and Superman, yeah, they're DC. And then Nicolas Cage, throughout his career, has been a huge proponent of DC. The irony of this to me is he played Ghost Rider in a movie, which is Marvel, and now he's going to perform in another Marvel franchise.
I mean, as somebody who's not really into comic book culture, that stuff, to me, DC seems like the bigger brand just because it's Batman and Superman.
It was back in the day.
But it ends there, man. That's the problem.
Wonder Woman.
I mean, you're right. I'm just saying, like, even I would watch the Batman movies.
Sure.
Whereas, like, I might watch a Marvel movie, but I don't know. I got to be like...
The least interesting one to me is Superman.
Yeah, because he's too strong and he's too good.
Yeah.
There's no conflict internally with them. I mean, they try to come up with stuff, but generally speaking, like, you can beat the piss out of anyone on Earth, so really, the only threat that he could possibly face comes from outer space.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, too. Superman's so outdated, right?
That's a lot of it, yeah.
Right? Like, there's no phone booths. There's not a lot of newspapers.
What does he do now?
I don't know.
Can't get a job.
He blogs.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's an influencer.
He's an influencer. Where does he change? I don't know. I guess the stall?
No. Come on, man. Seriously. I need to get in there. I'm pooping.
I think, I don't know, Miles or Throw, one of you was just talking about this yesterday about The Bachelor, right? Then there's The Bachelorette.
Right, yeah.
So we just had The Golden Bachelor. Now we have The Golden Bachelorette.
Oh, boy.
It's Joan Valsey. She's a 61-year-old school administrator from Rockland, Maryland.
Wow. They should bring back the woman who married the Bachelor, the Golden Bachelor,
right?
Since she got divorced.
Oh, right.
Have her pick out her own dude now.
Well, I mean, a lot of times they do that on The Bachelor, right?
Well, she was a contestant for Gary's season. Yeah.
All right, so then she gets to be the Bachelorette.
Oh, look at you on the first name basis, Gary.
Oh yeah, it's Gary. But she left about halfway through, and she was a strong contender. She was actually doing really well. A lot of people really liked her, but then her daughter had something going on. I don't fully remember what it was. She was in some sort of a crisis to where she was like, I gotta go. I can't do this anymore.
Well, you'd think that'd help her.
Oh yeah, yeah. It like. Yeah, it made her more attractive to him, but that she had to withdraw from the show.
Oh, I see. She had to withdraw. She just wasn't there.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Especially if, like, isn't the Bachelor Bachelorette? This is the Golden Bachelor. And it's like, well, if the woman is, 60 years old and her daughter's having an issue, like, shout out, like, good call, lady.
Well, it was kind of funny because later on in the season, there was another gal whose daughter was getting married, and she skipped it to stay on the show.
Did that hurt her?
We didn't really go into detail about it, but I can't imagine it felt good to have her mom not there.
That's a tough one.
She got a lot of flack for missing that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like something, like if I'm going to be on a reality show and I know I'm gone for 3 months, you probably want to check your calendar and make sure that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, in her daughter's case, don't sweat it. Mom would prefer to be famous than be at one of the most important days of your life.
That was kind of the criticism there, too.
I mean, look, we've said it before. If you're on the, I know there's a few couples that have worked it out, but at the end of the day, like, you're going on these shows to get famous.
Yes.
So,
of course.
Yeah. Right, she was on there. There it is. The daughter had given birth.
That's what it was.
So she went to see her grandkid.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Fair enough.
That'll be on ABC. Also, there's going to be a documentary on Bruce Springsteen's recent tour coming to Disney Plus and Hulu. And then the final short season of The Conners won't debut until mid-season.
Okay, well, I guess if they shorten the season, that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a few of those, right? I was talking yesterday, like Family Guy is going to start like mid-season or whatever. And I don't know, like I get it. There's so much competition. They're always changing the schedule and stuff.
Right.
But it used to be, right? Like, like you watch shows in the fall, then you watch them in the spring. And
it was the same show. Right? They would take a break over Christmas. They would do like 13 episodes up until Christmas. Maybe 3 to 4 weeks off, but that's when they'd put on a mini-series. Stuff like Shogun, Thornbirds, all that kind of crap. And then mid-January, whatever you started watching in September, that same show came back. I want to say they did like 26 episodes per show. And then when summer hit, you got an S-ton of miniseries that would be like 5 days a week for 6 weeks long. And then the last thing, and I thought this was smart of the networks, they would do all the reruns of the shows that are coming back, particularly if it's a drama that had a cliffhanger. So even if you couldn't quite remember what happened, you were brought up to date on what was going on. And then the very next week, they debuted all the TV shows again. It was a real simple system that everyone could figure out.
That's how we got America's Got Talent, right? It was already Well, and they ran it during the summertime, which was a good idea.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Those type of shows.
Yeah, exactly. Like that stuff would run during the summer because there wasn't stuff on there.
And there was a lot less competition. Right now, these shows are still around.
Yeah, but I think the streaming services have proven that if you just release a good show at a point in time when people want to watch a good show, they will. Like Squid Games. Granted, that had a lot to do with COVID and everything else. But seasons are important. But to me, it's like football season. That's important.
But also, how long they take between seasons. So some show, like, I did not watch House of Dragon, okay? And I watch Game of Thrones, and I enjoy Game of Thrones. But I watched Game of Thrones right when it finished and binged through, 7, 8 seasons. So I will now start watching House of Dragon, which came out, 2 years ago? Because season 2 is now starting in June.
All right.
You follow what I'm saying?
So you're just trying to catch up.
And I was kind of, but my thing was I'm not going to watch the show because I know how long it takes streaming services now to, this is going to be a second season. I mean, 2026, right? So I'm like, you know what? I will wait until you announce season 2 is coming, and then think about The Boys. We all
That's what I'm waiting for on Amazon.
Man, how many years did they go by?
I'm with you. Peaky Blinders was the same way. I had to actually go back and by the time they released season 4 or 5, I had to go back and rewatch season 3.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you kind of forget all that stuff.
Because a lot of time goes by, and then so many other shows come out that you get sucked into. It's just hard to keep up, man.
It is.
So usually I will wait out. If it's a Star Wars show, I will watch it when it comes out because I'm admitted nerd on that stuff. But all these other shows like House of Dragon that I wanted to see, I'm like, let me see if they okay it for season 2, which they have. Then let me see what the release date is. Now I know I can start binging now, and by June, follow season 2.
Yeah, and most of my, when I really get into series is February. All right.
Right, post-football.
Right, because I like NFL. Everybody likes NFL. I still like NFL, but also I'll watch some college, this and that. There's stuff on so many nights. And then in the fall, right, you're watching playoff baseball or whatever. So it's just February is really all right, let's launch into a new series and really dive into this.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to Men's Room.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, Celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast. Get your head in the financial game with smart investing and budgeting tips straight from the nerds. NerdWallet's experts will set future you up for success with dependable, fact-based insights. No financial misinformation allowed. Learn how to save on your summer vacation, find your next credit card, or loan for a big purchase, and invest in your next index fund. Make smarter decisions in 2024. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast on your favorite podcast app.
Planet Oat oat milk is so rich and creamy. I love it in my cereal, but also in smoothies. With 0 grams of sugar in Planet Oat unsweetened varieties. But it gets even better. It's an excellent source of calcium with vitamins A and D that's delicious in everything. Including my lattes. Pick up the carton that has it all. Or visit planetoat.com for more. Planet Oat. Be good to you.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Canadian man gets a ticket for being on his phone while in the McDonald's drive-thru. Meanwhile, a Connecticut woman takes the world by storm in '94 with hair that is blue. Police chief who was fired for drinking on the job now set to open his own bar. A Monroe family gets an unexpected guest almost the size of a jaguar. And if you lost your leg in Shasta Lake, they found it. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
At our top story, we go to the Great White North in Saskatoon, where a man on his lunch break spent a lot more than he anticipated. He was going through the McDonald's drive-thru and had pulled out his phone to open up his McDonald's app and take advantage of a free meal with a digital coupon. Actually, he had racked up enough reward points to where he got a free meal from McDonald's.
All right.
That was about the time that he looked in his rearview mirror and noticed a police officer on a motorcycle in behind him and was approaching his window. When the officer told him that he was conducting a stop because the driver was on his phone, he showed him that he was on the app, thinking that that would be the end of the exchange. Not the case. The officer ended up issuing him a $580 ticket for being on his phone behind the wheel.
Come on, man.
Right?
I mean, come on.
And
had to drive through on the McDonald's app, wherever the hell he was.
Right. And the story didn't say that, he was pulling out his phone as he was coming up to the McDonald's or anything like that. It says he was in the drive-thru getting his phone so that he could take, because they even ask you when you pull into a McDonald's, like, are you going to be using our app today? So, like, he had it right, apparently. And that's kind of what he's saying is like, man, I'm not doing that crap again.
I would not give two thoughts to using my phone as I'm sitting in a drive-thru.
No. And he's definitely going to go in and
You're not
fight
driving.
the ticket. Right. I don't know if this cop was just having a bad day or something. Maybe. Yeah. There's something more to this. Because you don't just take... The guy's like an 18-year-old kid.
Right.
You don't ticket the kid for having his phone out to use the app at a McDonald's drive-thru. Something's going on here.
That's ridiculous.
It is. It is. In other news, right here at home in Monroe, a local family had an unsettling encounter with nature. Surveillance footage was shared with media of a family enjoying a day outside along with their 2 cats and new puppy. In the video, we see the cats roaming around the backyard when out of nowhere, a cougar leaps into the frame and begins to chase one of the cats. Luckily for the house cat, it ran into the back patio and into the house, leading the cougar right to the family. Everybody pauses for a hot second as they all assess the situation, moving in unison as the mother, kids, other cat, and the puppy all make for the house while the father gets between his family and the cougar. Meanwhile, the attacking feline reassesses its own situation and just darts back into the unknown and hasn't been seen since.
See, you would think the cats would be friends. I don't care how big you are.
They never are, man.
No, but you just, even the little guy's like, hey, big fella. Apparently that thing was huge.
Did you see the video?
No.
It's massive.
It's crazy big.
That cougar looks just as shocked when it realizes, like, I'm going to, like, humans.
Right.
Right. It just seems like, oh, I thought there was one of you. Now there's 5 people standing there.
That backyard is empty, and to be honest with you, a good hunting ground for that cougar and for, an open field tackle on one of these cats. But then the cat's smart, like, Mom! And runs right onto the patio. And there's a moment where that cougar just hits brakes on all fours and just stares like, oh,
hey.
Hi.
Right, because the little girl runs off quick. But I'm telling you, when that cougar kind of realizes it's like it's somebody's yard, I mean, it just stops and is like, oh,
man.
Like, what am I doing out here?
I forgot I'm a cougar. I need to get the hell out of here. And that's the thing. Most animals out in the nature that we have here, they don't want any part of us.
Sure.
The only time that we get these attacks are either random or we scared them. So as soon as that cougar saw that there was people, like, I don't want to be here anymore.
That's why it's crazy. Like, I get them being scared. I'm like, that cougar looked just as scared.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's just wash this whole thing. Just go our separate ways. Maybe in another life, Miles, that house cat could befriend that cougar.
I just think you're a cat, so you're all hanging out.
There just has to be like 2 months where they spend, time on each other's door, on the other side of a door so that they can get used to each other's smells, and then we can combine the two.
Okay.
You're not supposed to meet cats just out of the blue like that. They have to get time to get each other's scents. Otherwise, they just freak out. Over in Boston, a local man is the latest to face some pretty serious charges. He lives in an apartment that's clearly near the local hospital as he felt the need to have a time with an approaching helicopter. On a recent evening, the helicopter was landing at the hospital while transporting a patient in need of care when from the man's apartment shined a strong green laser that was being projected from a high-powered laser pointer. The pilot was forced to abort the landing and take the patient to a different hospital. The man now faces possible jail time and a $250,000 fine if convicted of his crime.
It should. I would be like, man, you're up for attempted murder.
Yeah.
What other purpose would you have of shining a laser into the light, into the eyes of someone piloting a helicopter?
Correct.
And there's someone else who's a patient. I'd be like, 2 counts.
Right. Yeah, we had to deviate. We were about to get this guy care, but because of you just had to shine a laser pointer because you bought an apartment that was too close to a doggone hospital helipad.
Right.
Sorry. Somebody needs more help than you.
That's unreal to me.
It is.
That is unreal. I mean, because potentially it could be catastrophic.
It could.
Come on, man.
Right. Sorry that you shine a laser in your eyes and you're totally fine.
Yes.
Which I still don't fully know what a laser does to people's eyes, but I know it's serious enough to where, like, no, don't do that crap.
It's I don't know what cyanide does to the human body, but I know enough not to consume it.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
It has been tested, it has been proven, and certain things that I haven't looked up or even cared to, just don't do it.
Yeah, that's why in the United States, you'll notice when you go to concerts and stuff, the lasers are always up above your heads because it's illegal to shoot them at people.
Correct. That's fair.
Correct. And apparently that's been a growing problem. More and more people are going out there with laser pointers because for whatever reason they think it's funny, I guess.
Well, and some of the ones you can buy now are not like the ones we grew up with.
Right.
They're serious laser pointers.
Yeah. You're actually there's heat behind it. There's power behind it. Right. This isn't just something that's fun for your cat. We go to Maine, where a former police chief turned a negative into a positive. A few months back, he was terminated from his position as a police chief after he was suspected of coming to work under the influence of alcohol. Now, influenced by alcohol, the former police chief is now poised to go into a business with some partners, and they plan to open up their own brew pub.
Nice.
Hey, know your strength.
Exactly.
I know that, man. I don't mind working, but I also like drinking, so.
Why don't I just go to work drunk all the time?
Yeah.
This beer's still good.
Hey, why not, man?
Yeah.
You bet. Work to your strengths, man. Work to your strengths. And just in case those stories have the bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to the lovely world of the internet where an unexpected TikTok user has more followers than any of the Kardashians, which is always a beautiful thing. The woman is 94 years old and has achieved popularity on the app by uploading cheeky Get Ready With Me videos, which has earned her upwards of 14 million followers. She's also known for trashing her myriad of exes in her videos, not shy about throwing them a little shade for having made their exit from this life, coining the phrase, quote, I slay while he lays.
Oh, damn.
All right. Her most recent video was recorded from her hospital bed to reassure her fans against the rumors that she had passed away, saying that she's simply fallen and broken her leg, but says that she's still slaying.
Still slaying.
I've seen a couple of her videos. She's good, man. She crashed one of her ex's funerals.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. She put up her red flags for guys, like if they don't like bingo because she likes bingo, if they don't have soup in the fridge because she likes soup and could need somebody at any given time. Like she's funny.
Is she 90?
94.
Ah, right.
Yeah, she gets it.
Bingo and soup. All right.
way to catch up, Steve.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, bingo is kind of dope.
You know what? I haven't been to bingo in a while. That might be something that we got to hook up.
Yeah, I've recently played at a bar, and I was like, yeah, I like this.
I was talking about you the other night with that. Someone brought up bingo. It's an old person thing, blah, blah, blah. I was like, actually, man, Ted said he did not come here for that purpose, but he's at the bar on bingo night and started playing. He's like, it was awesome.
Right.
Yeah, we went 3 weeks in a row. I still haven't won.
That just sounds like a
You
good
went
night.
3 weeks in a row.
It's a game of chance.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Let's just
is
get
it
loaded and sit in the
Wednesday?
bingo
Yeah.
bar.
I don't know. It's Thursdays. I don't know if they were consecutive, but somehow me and my buddy Joe ended up showing up like 3 consecutive bingo nights.
Time to get back at it, Ted.
I've never won. Joe finally won, and he won free shots, and because we're old, it was already like 10 o'clock on a weeknight.
They turned him down.
Woke up in a bed in a senior center.
We just passed him out.
Nice. I love it. Bingo. Men's Room Sports. Mariners fell to the Royals last night after KC took a late lead in relief. They played their last game of that series the last game of that series wrapped up this afternoon, winning the game 2-4, the series 2-1.
All right,
Let's go, boys. We're back on track. They're off tomorrow, and we'll head into Camden Yards to take on those fools, the Baltimore Orioles.
The fools.
In a 3-game weekend series to kick off a long stretch on the road for your NBA playoffs. It's a pair of Game 5s over on TNT, starting with the Celtics and Cavaliers, with Boston currently leading the series 3-1. That moves over into the tied series between the Mavericks and the Thunder at 6:30. Meanwhile, you've got just one NHL playoff game tonight between the Stars and Avalanche. Dallas currently leading that series 3-1, going into Game 5 on ESPN, which is already underway. As far as your weather, clouds are moving into tonight, and they're going to cool things down for tomorrow, where you can expect cloudy skies and a high of 64 degrees and possibly even some showers later on tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Big Dummy and Barry Kirch from Shinedown, the drummer, joining us as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nice.
And it's not talking drums. In the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
When fine lines and wrinkles are cutting your confidence, discover the magic of Dermaclara. Our 100% medical-grade silicone patches are your secret weapon against aging. Imagine those fine lines and wrinkles fading away, revealing smoother, younger-looking skin. Our customers have experienced remarkable transformations, often witnessing improved skin elasticity and the disappearance of stretch marks within a month. Yeah, even stretch marks, because Dermaclara is there for you at every stage of your skincare journey. Dermaclara's reusable occlusion patches harness the power of your body's natural healing process with just one ingredient, medical-grade silicone. So you can trust that your skin's being treated safely, naturally, and incredibly effectively. It only takes as little as 20 minutes to start seeing results. Plus, with our satisfaction guarantee, there's no risk to trying Dermaclara. Join countless others who have transformed their skin and boosted their confidence. Visit dermaclara.com today and say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to beautiful, radiant skin.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Rev up your drive with Volkswagen at Bellingham's exclusive offer. For a limited time, get behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Atlas, Taos, or Tiguan with 4.9% APR for 72 months. Head to Volkswagen of Bellingham today to drive home in style. This offer is only valid through March 4th. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VolkswagenofBellingham.com to learn more.